think we're live. Yeah, we look live to me. So today we're gonna be running This Is the Police. Wait, I just had a thought that that's not gonna be. I've delayed the game audio as well. That can't be the. I can't have that. Properties, sync offset back to 0. I need to delay just. I need to delay the. This is not the problem I can fix. Okay, never mind. I know that was a weird intro. Nobody's here yet, so it's fine. I tried to do some work to fix some of the audio syncing issues that I've had with Streamlabs. I don't think it worked, so I just whatever, tough shit. We can't fix it. I added a gain that I actually want to check to see how loud it is because I am concerned that you guys are going to hear two of me for a second. Apologies in advance. But I want to check how loud the audio out is because it's really quiet most of the time. So let's see how I sound. Because it's really quiet most of the time. So let's see how I sound. That's way better. Quiet most of the time. So let's see how I sound. That's way better. All right, that's electric. That's huge. That's really nice. I realized I was watching some of my VODs back, and they're just like really fucking quiet. And I think it's just because of like the way the compressor on Rode Unify works, where it doesn't gain it up to a reasonable amount, so it just compresses it down, but it doesn't lift it at all. So I tried adding gain in Streamlabs, and now we should be. I think we're gonna be much better now. Like I genuinely believe that the audio should be much better now. We're still in a situation where my video is delayed. The problem is that I can't really fix that because I need to add an audio sync offset, but only for the microphone, not for the game audio. Because if I add a sync offset, because the game is not delayed, but I think we're going to be delayed on audio a little bit. I think that's just how it's going to be. I'm going to run a quick ad just at the top of stream so that when people come in, they don't get hit with pre-rolls. Oh, I see there are two of you here already, so I apologize that you're about to get hit with an ad. It's not to make money. It's just so that when new people come in, they don't have to watch a 90-second pre-roll before they come in. Today we're going to be playing This Is the Police, which is, I'm inspired to play this because I just played Dispatch, and it's kind of the same game. Dispatch is a little bit more interesting in that, like, your individual police officers that work for you are, like, they have like personalities and they have like a whole backstory and everything. And This Is the Police, it doesn't really work that way. You, the dispatcher, has a personality, like, or the police chief, you have a personality and a whole story, but like they generally don't. So we're gonna rip this today. I have played the first like few hours of this game before. The whole premise is that you have 180 days to build sort of like a retirement plan because there's a new mayor and he's like gonna fire you. Now that he's won the election, you have like 6 months to clean up your act, get tied in, and get a retirement plan set up so that if you quit or when you get fired, you have what you need to like live and survive and have a life and whatnot. So we're gonna rip this. Let me jump into the gamer cam and then let's boot the game. I have to probably like change some settings, because I have no earthly idea how loud it will be, and I also have no earthly idea if it's even going to be able to capture, because like this game's kind of old.
Usually, before I go shaking my tits for the press, I like to go see how the professionals do it.
I don't know why it did that, but we're good. I do actually. That froze good. Okay, I want to take a look at the audio because I think it's too loud.
Some might say the chief of police.
Yeah, it's too loud. So we need to go to. No, I don't even have Rode Unify opened. I am just unprepared for stream tonight. Oh, one sec. I'm gonna also drop a link in the Discord. Just to let people know that I'm rocking and rolling and keeping on moving. Oh, excuse me. Oh, this is the mod cord. I want to go in the Gus cord, and I want to go in here and punch in self-promotion. I go. If you liked the gameplay in Dispatch, you'll like this too, because it's basically the same game. https://twitch.tv/Mackie5million, and bang, we're live. All right, cool. Okay, so we're good there. Oh, I need to bring down the audio a little bit in Rode Unify. That should probably be better. This game doesn't have a ton of dialogue, so it's really not like the audio for this game matters very little. Soon as 10:30 hits, all the McDonald's workers shove the breakfast update ass. I don't know what that means even a little bit.
has no business in an
Oh, because is that when they
institution
stopped
like
serving
this.
breakfast? That's funny.
But in fact, it's the quietest and safest place in town. You won't run into any reporters. Nobody gets into
Is
any
the audio
fights.
okay? Where I'm louder
Nobody
than the game, but the
drinks
game
too
is still
much.
like nice and
Nobody even
audible?
raises their voice. The place is owned by an elderly gentleman who knows how to keep things under control.
Thank you.
That's why I never invite my friends here. I wanted to make an exception for my 60th birthday, but most of my colleagues are young enough to be my sons, and they'd rather just hire prostitutes. Why stare at some boobs when you can take the whole package for yourself? But there's none of that in our club. Even looking too long is considered indecent. You can get an occasional glimpse, like by accident. The rest of the time you just pretend that you're immersed in conversation, or just come by for a drink. Doesn't mean these gentlemen wouldn't want their bald heads smothered in tits. It's just that nobody says it out loud. My younger colleagues might call it hypocrisy, but I call it the good old-fashioned manners. Good manners and leave the rest unsaid. She agrees to unbutton her blouse, and we agree not to pay too much attention. The girls are on a quiet prowl, too.
Hello, Z.
They're looking for a way out of their cramped rooms. Maybe make friends with some wealthy patron with a pacemaker and dentures. Everybody wants something. But we have to control ourselves, or we'll all turn into libertines and prostitutes. Hell, if there weren't any rules, I'd be belching and farting, jumping up on the table, arms held high, yelling, "Shake it, baby!"
So basically, I'm the
No
police
idea
chief.
how I got so barbaric.
Boobs? Yes, Toy Lord. Boobs. So this game's called This is the Police, and it is extremely obvious and clear that this game is... Okay, I don't need you to optimize settings. What is this? Thanks. Okay, this game is... It's a little loud. Audio. Okay, I really just want to turn it down in Road Unify because I don't want to remix the audio. I just want it a little bit quieter. So let's do this and then come back. Yeah, that's better. You guys can hear the music, but it's not too loud. Like, you can hear me, but I'm not, you know, we have a reasonable balance here. This game is also, just fun fact, this game is also, like, there's almost no dialogue. It's, like, this game is like Dispatch, but if the entire game was the Dispatch minigame. Like, there's not a lot that goes on dialogue-wise, except in between the days of working there, and even in between those days, sometimes there's nothing. So, like, it's mostly just the gameplay from Dispatch. We're gonna check our graphics. Yeah, 1440 is good. VSync, let's turn that off. I didn't mean to take a screenshot. If I turn this on, what does it cap my frame rate at? 144, that's fine. So we'll keep wait, but does it make my mouse feel like shit? A little bit. No, it's fine. Anti-aliasing, let's turn that motherfucker on. 8x, holy shit. Oh, I didn't apply. That was my mistake. If I turn VSync off and I apply this, yeah, it makes no difference. But we'll run 8x anti-aliasing because I guess whatever. And we could turn off chromatic aberration, which like makes everything a little crisper, but I kind of like the like gritty feel to it. Effects I can turn off and it'll just like, this looks terrible. Turn it on, you get like vignettes and stuff, which I like. Okay, so we're good here on settings. We'll go back, we'll go to story. And we have games here, but we'll just make a new one. Because I have played like the first couple hours of this game. I just like never really got sunk in too hard. Starting a new game, yeah, I'm fine with that. So apparently this game runs through 180 days. Mayor Rogers, sex maniac. City Hall confirms rumors of Jack Boyd's resignation. That's me, I'm Jack Boyd. Mark War II to be shown in Freeburg the day before the worldwide premiere by the mayor's personal request. Oh, I don't need the frame rate indicator up.
When I was a kid, my father sometimes told me...
Too quiet. Definitely too quiet.
At bedtime that if I closed my eyes and didn't open them for a long time, all the
How's the
demons
audio for
blow
that? Am I too
away.
loud, or is the game too quiet?
Yesterday I turned 60, but I still take his advice. Not because I'm sentimental or want to keep the memory of my father alive. I just can't think of a better solution. To get away from all the demons that haunt Freeburg, I'd need to wear a blindfold 24/7. Plus, it's a good idea
I
to
just
act
like the
blind when
game
talking
low.
to
Thank you.
reporters.
Helpful. Appreciated. Let's boost game by a few decibels then. Let's see if I go like this, if it's better.
At least that's what my colleagues say.
Is that better? Or is
They're
that not
afraid
enough?
of
Does it need to
press
go even higher?
conferences. But for me, it's more like a confessional. No matter what lies you tell,
Lovely,
you're
thank you.
privately thinking the honest answers. It helps me remember who I am. The fact that I'll be reading all about it in the papers tomorrow is a small price to pay. Call it penance for the preacher. This is the first time I'm afraid of those answers my mind has given me. Not because I'm mad I'm losing my job. Though it's true, I'm mad as hell. Not because I subconsciously blame everyone else. Though I damn sure do blame them. And don't even ask me what my next move is. I can't imagine. But even that doesn't scare me. The worst thing is, I know I'm gonna have to do something. I'll be damned
So I know
if
this game
how
looks like it
far
was
I'll
made by
go.
AI, but I promise it was not. This game existed before
I may have
AI
a lot
existed.
of vices, but predictability isn't one of them. I learned a long time ago how to drive away the swarming demons. But what do you do when they're trying to rip your soul from your skin? Shutting my eyes tight as I can. The best solution remains the same. Play blind.
Hey Britt, how are you?
I just hope the reporters think I was blinded by the camera flash.
I'm doing very well. Good morning. Yesterday, the mayor's office announced your resignation. Did this come as a surprise, or did you know about it in advance? I'm gonna play nice. You're good. No worries. It's fine. That information you gave me was very helpful. Yesterday, the mayor's office announced your resignation. Did this come as a surprise? Did you know about it in advance? I'll say the mayor discussed it. There's no reason to fuck everyone over. Wait 1 second. I actually need to... Gus just posted a new video, and I need to watch it and comment on it. Never mind. It's just an ad for his newest show. Well, I just gotta go watch that shit because... I just wanted to go watch the shit because I'm the top commenter, and like I'm basically like all the videos he posts, I'm the top comment, so I have to watch right away so that I can get in early. Mayor Rogers told me he wants a fresh face running Freeburg PD, so no, it didn't come as a surprise. Do you already know the name of a successor? I said, no, I don't. Of course not, and I don't think the mayor's office knows who it is either. Oh, well, we threw him under the bus. After a recent corruption scandal, your deputy, Francis Kendrick, said he was looking forward to resigning. If the mayor offered him your position, would that change his mind? After the recent corruption scandal, your deputy, Francis Kendrick, said he was looking forward to resigning. If the mayor offered him the position, would that change your mind? I like Kendrick. It's hard to say, but I can't think of a more deserving candidate than Captain Kendrick. Although Kendrick was acquitted, many still believe that the police are cooperating with the mafia. Do you have anything to say about this? Bullshit. Excuse me, but that's a pile of horseshit. The mafia and the police working together. Maybe they're in cahoots with the aliens. The mafia are a bunch of low-life criminals. How about you ask some real questions? Do you think your personal relationship with the mayor could be the reason behind your retirement? Definitely not. Mayor Rogers is a true professional, and he makes his decisions carefully. There's no place in our job for hard feelings. Yeah, I'm going to bat for this guy because it just feels like the right thing to do. Like, I'm not going to blow my career up. When people...
back today, Mr.
Oh, here we go.
Same as usual.
How did the press conference go?
You can read about it in the newspapers tomorrow. Don't let anyone in.
Even Mr. Kendrick?
Especially Mr. Kendrick.
Oh, we're on pills. We're smoking a cigar in our office with our brutal male pattern baldness.
As soon as I heard the door creak, I knew what face I'd see. When I tell Emma not to let anyone in, there's only one man it could be. Rude, arrogant, no warning. That's Mayor Rogers in a nutshell. White summer shoes, white socks, white shorts, white polo shirt, and the white smile of a hungry shark. Mayor Rogers enters every room like he owns the place. Even the floorboards under his feet sound like they're creaking an apology. He never shied away from the odd corruption scheme. It's like the devil walks behind him. In the movies, the villains controlling the city play golf with the judges. Rogers plays tennis with them instead. That's about the only difference.
Jack, I was hoping to catch you after the press conference. You ran away so quick.
There's no smoking at City Hall. No reason for me to hang around.
Well, this morning I signed a ban on smoking in all public buildings. Soon you won't be able to smoke here either.
Soon enough, I won't be here at all.
That's what I wanted to talk to you about. The people of this city like you, Jack. The police chief of all people. Don't betray that, Jack. Don't get wrapped up in any schemes. Sit nice and quiet for the next 180 days, and you'll be remembered as a hero. That's the only thing that you still have left. Be the hero.
Then how am I supposed to scrape together a retirement fund?
You had a million chances to secure a luxury pension, one that even I would have envied, although I've never set aside any money for myself. I'm not planning to retire anytime soon. "180 days of quiet, Jack. That's all I need. I don't have any problems with you, and you won't.
So basically,
have
that's
any
the premise of the game:
problems
is
with
we have
me.
6 months to secure ourselves a retirement because we
I have a new
somehow didn't
assistant,
end up with a
Troy
pension. I don't know.
If you have something to tell me, call him. But try not to bother him. He's a busy man.
I'll do my best.
And quit smoking up the office. One of my friends will be using it soon.
This guy sucks. Corrupt ass mayor. Oh, okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, babe. Only the mayor has this number. Mr. Mayor?
Yeah, is this Troy Star?
Yes?
Go fuck yourself, Troy Star.
Love it. I would like to play the game at some point. Head of Culture Department owns villa in Italy. People await a fresh look from next police chief. Civil servants' wages won't be raised this year. Going to work.
Cops don't use the police station cafeteria anymore.
I'd like to play the
Some
game.
kind of stigma against sitting shoulder to shoulder with your partners. Everybody just takes snacks from the machines or grabs a meal and hammers it down in the corner like a vulture on a corpse. The main thing? Don't look into anyone's eyes. Could be construed as an invitation to sit together. The only people eating here are ghosts. My deputy, Francis Kendrick. He recently became one of those ghosts. The subject of one of the most devastating corruption scandals in the history of Freeburg. No evidence to support the accusations, but everyone knows Kendrick's days are numbered. I need that file I asked for. Needs to be ready tonight. Francis didn't say anything, but I understood. Ghosts aren't supposed to talk. Besides, I got a feeling he was already finished.
Okay. Do you want to receive tips on how the game works? Show me what you got. Or I'm a 60-year-old police chief a few weeks away from retirement. I don't need anyone telling me how to do my job. We're going to take tutorials, but I might skip through them because I have played the beginning of this game before and I kind of know how it works. So Freeburg PD organizes upcoming work assignments into shifts for today and tomorrow. Every shift, officers respond to crimes in progress and detectives continue their investigations. You can freely move employees between shifts. All officers and detectives possess several important characteristics. They have a professionalism score. Can you fix the Twitch doesn't let me share my streak? Not right now, but yeah, at some point I will. Figure around 150 is considered average. Any policeman who falls short of this mark is not entirely reliable, while those whose professionalism is considerably higher than average are a safe bet, even in a pinch. An individual's level of professionalism may rise and fall over the course of their career. Energy shows how tired your policemen are. The less energy your people have, the less reliable their work. And a policeman who is exhausted might fall asleep at the wheel or make a critical error on the job. Your employees lose 1 point of energy after each working day and restore 1 point after each day of rest. Your employees don't tell you everything. Some additional characteristics are hidden from view. For example, some cops are lazy and will come up with any reason they can think of to take the day off, while others like to drink too much. You can only guess about these things. But you should be able to draw your own conclusions based on the behavior of your employees. So this is my team. I have Kochi and Yancey, Purdy, Subaki, Asano, Austin, Price. Price is useless. Like, Price is actually a dog shit police officer. She has 5 stars. 150 is average. Or like 150 is like is respectable. So I have 3 good cops. I have 3 up-and-comers. And I have Price, who sucks. I also have 3 detectives. Mole, DeBrito, and Armstrong. And Mole, DeBrito, and Armstrong are my detectives. They're really important because there are some cases that you have to send detectives to, and they like uncover clues and you solve the clues, and there's a lot of money that can be made by solving cases that stack on top of each other, like bring down crime rings or whatnot. So it's important that we have good detectives. All right, let's rock and roll. We also can send SWAT, but only once per day. The game music is a little bit too loud for me. We're going to turn music to 70% and see how that sounds. That is better. It's still a little loud. Responding to calls is the bread and butter of police work. You'll need to send your officers to the crime scene before the timer expires. Again, this is just like dispatch. A mark on the map shows where the call came from. The farther away the destination is from the police station, the longer it will take your officers to travel back and forth, so the longer your people will be tied up and unavailable for upcoming work. So there's a hit and run at the Everyday Mall. The easiest way to determine how difficult a task might be is to check how many units you are allowed to send to the call. The more units you can send, the more serious the alleged threat. Particularly risky missions give you... I should be on the other side of the screen, I think. I don't know. I think I'm fine where I am. Particularly risky missions give you the option of sending SWAT. I think that music is still a little loud. But SWAT can't go alone. They have to be accompanied by an officer. The number of slots is not the only thing to consider. Any available information from the location of the crime scene to the presence of weapons and so on. All of this can tell you how seriously to take each case. A mission might look simple at first glance when it turns out to be a brutal meat grinder, or a serious call can come from what turns out to be a false alarm. So, like, we got a hit and run at the Everyday Mall. A married couple exited the convenience store and saw a van in the parking lot back over a homeless man who'd been digging through a trash can. The driver jumped out to help, but once he saw they'd hit a bum, he got back in and drove away quickly. So we're going to send 1 good cop and 1 not so good cop, because if we send a good cop, it makes a big... We really got to make this quieter. Let's see how that sounds. It doesn't really sound like it makes any difference. If I turn it to 0, what will happen? Okay, that does work, but I'd really rather have it be like very quiet in the background. So let's go to 20%. All right, I like that better. It's pretty quiet. but based on what I'm hearing in my headphones, it's quiet enough that it's not distracting. This game is a thinker, so it's important that you... I don't want to send Price to kind of anything, because she's so bad that I think she'll be a hindrance. So we'll send Kochi and Austin first, out to our first call. The cop car will go drive over there. It doesn't matter how far something is away. It doesn't matter how far away something is once you send stuff. So it's not like they have to get there before... It's not like they have to get there before the timer expires. That's not how it works. Once you send them it's considered handled. Theater manager reports that during a showing of Citizen Kane, a drunk man attempted to force his way into the theater carrying a snowboard decorated with the word Rosebud. When he was denied entry, he violently attacked the cashier and is currently fighting with the theater security guard. We'll do the same. Yancey and Asano. So we'll send a good officer and a not-so-good officer. So this is kind of the game. Like, this is like, it's kind of very similar to Dispatch. Alright, the SFX. Everything's too loud. You know what we're gonna... No, because we can't mess with the voice. So we need to take the audio of the sound effects down. Yeah, that's still pretty loud, but it's better. Whatever. How do we do? When everything goes well, the police capture the criminals and nobody dies, but the truth is sometimes the criminals manage to escape. Just try to avoid any dead cops or civilians. Dead cops will hurt your roster, and dead citizens bother the mayor even more than living ones. Offender caught, officers unharmed. We did a great job. So we got see, they went up by 10 each. So whenever you succeed, all the officers that you send to calls, they get a little better. And how do we do with the fight here? Pretty good. Officer caught, everyone's unharmed, everyone looks good. Yancey and Asano both get better. Armed robbery in the suburbs. We'll send Purdy and Subaki, probably. 3 teenagers armed with a shotgun robbed a videotape store and made off with a collection of adult movies. The criminals fled in a car, but the store manager wrote down the car's license plates. The owner is one Janet Brown who lives in the suburbs. I don't really want to train up the shit cop. I really want to get rid of the shit cop. Like, I'm gonna find a way to fire her. Because she's 1,000 years old and has 5 score. Fight Johnson, Jurgen, and Katz law firm. A brother and sister clashed with each other over the deceased father's will. According to one of their lawyers, we don't dare separate them, and the security guard is off duty tonight. Kochi and Austin, let's rock and roll. There's an assault in the ghetto. Kind of crazy that they just call it the ghetto. A passerby saw some teenagers attack an elderly musician, then run away with his guitar and money. Yancey and Asano. I guess we can send Price to this, because we had 3 slots. When the cops aren't sure how to proceed, they might contact you and ask you to handle the situation. Try to deal with whatever comes up, but don't waste all your time on this stuff. You have plenty of other problems on your plate. The vehicle in question is parked right outside the Brown residence. The sounds of moaning and loud laughter can be heard through the living room window. Turn on the siren and loudspeaker and shout that the house is surrounded. Sneak into the house through an open window. Knock on the door. Open up, police. I'm going to fire up the loudspeaker. Officer caught, or offenders caught, officers unharmed. So they get better. So we're good there. I don't want to send Price just because I think she's so bad that she's a hindrance to the... Even if I send her with Kochi or Yancey, she's still going to be or Purdy, she's still going to be a hindrance to the investigation. Like, we're going to be slow. How do we do with the fight? Offender caught, officers unharmed. We're doing pretty well for day 1. Like, our officers will get, like considerably better. But I can't send Price out. Definitely not alone. And ideally not with... Like, this... Offender escaped, officers unharmed. So that's what I mean, right? Like, because Price was here, we probably would have been better just not sending Price at all. Because Price is so bad that she drags down the other 2. So we lost skill on Yancey and Asano. They went from 230 and 110 down to 220 and 100. So that's, like, really bad. Like, we really don't want that to happen, if at all avoidable. Alright, the day looks like it's over. So yeah, we're kind of just not going to use Price. Like, we're going to just kind of have Price exist on the squad, on the roster, but we're going to, our goal with Price is going to be to have her not, like, unless we can send like 6 officers and she can be the 6th, I don't want to use her at all because she's just going to make us blow calls. If you think you need a couple extra hands tomorrow, you can order any cop to come in and work overtime. But if they're working flat out, they'll be much more exhausted. Someone's bound to make a mistake. We're not going to do that. Actually, we could send Price tomorrow. Who's our other shift? We have Roy, who sucks. Birch Jr. I like that we have Birch, who's okay. Birch Jr., who's worse. But they're like their dad and son. And then we have our boy Stovall, who is incredible. He's our best cop. He has 400 skill. And our Detective Beasley is also better, but we only have 2 detectives on this shift. On this one, we have Mole, DeBrito, and Armstrong. On this one, we have Beasley and Moser. What we should probably do is DeBrito right now is, we kind of have a problem here, is that he's kind of low energy. So we probably we probably want him to not, if you fail a call, your guys get worse, which seems unintuitive and kind of bad, but that's how it works, yeah. So eventually we're going to move Brito to the other shift to give him a day off so he can get a little bit less tired. Oh, and this one, I didn't realize that Stovall and Kochi both have a rank. They're like a police rank up or whatever. We'll end the day. Oh, we got plot.
Used to be when I asked Kendrick to stay late at the office, he liked to grumble and crack wise. Nowadays, he doesn't have the strength for it. Slumped shoulders, blank stare, wrinkled skin. The past few weeks, I don't hardly recognize my old friend. In his younger years, he reminded me of a gallant royal officer in an old Kipling story. Kendrick isn't just crumbling under the weight of the public pressure, but from the shame of it all. Internal Affairs raided the library he inherited from his grandfather, hoping they'd find buckets of cash stashed in the pages. Heard about the look on his face, the fearless policeman standing helpless in horror. I've known Francis for 30 years. The past 20 years, he's played loose with the law. And I know that at a certain point, every stolen dollar brings more misery than anything else. Probably sounds crazy, but I sympathize with the guy. What can I do? Your friends are your friends, and these are the waters we swim in.
Called all of the people on that list today. Now they know you're in business. So you could get a call from any of them. You don't need to worry about any of them. I've cleared them all.
And what kind of business are we talking here?
It's nothing too serious, just like you asked. Should be just.
Oh, interesting. So he's setting me up with the mobs, like the different like cartels and mobs in the city, so that I can send officers to help them with jobs.
$500,000.
$500,000? Why not a whole million?
Because everybody wants to take $1 million. Figured I'd try something different.
$500,000 in 180 days? Well, you could earn it all above board if you netted all the big fish and hit all your bonuses.
Never knew you for a fisherman.
Well, you never got into my business, and I'm not trying to get into yours. But be careful about bringing in any other cops. Sooner or later, they'll put the finger on you. And one more thing, Jack. I remember what you said, but I should probably add one more name to that list. Christopher Sand.
Sand. Christopher G. Sand. Everyone knows the name, but few could tell you who he is. The old man stays away from the spotlight. Always wears old-fashioned jeans and knitted sweaters. Gives to charity, rarely attends social events. An avid hunter, I hear. Even dabbles in poetry. You'd never guess he's the head of the
so I think Christopher Sand is supposed to be like a
goes back as far as his great-grandfather.
not a Tony Soprano analog, but like more of like a Vito Corleone analog. Like he's just like a quiet guy who's been running the shit show forever.
Murders and robberies. Hardly needs to intimidate anyone to get his point across. The people who work for him each have their sphere. They provide protection where needed, even work with the authorities when they want to make a deal. Meanwhile, Sand pulls the strings without getting his hands dirty. People sometimes mistake his quiet approach. A couple years ago, an arms dealer decided to expand its business without asking permission. and his whole family paid the price.
Yikes. Those people are
In
hung.
4 weeks,
hanged.
Sand killed 31 people. Old men, women, even a few teenagers. And Sand's people made sure every paper reported it. Frank, I don't want to hear you say that name again.
It is
Jack.
very audiobook,
Please,
yeah.
listen to me. I'm in with these guys.
We agreed, Frank. That's not the kind of business I'm into. I don't go there. Never have, never will.
I think we're going to go there. Francis Kendrick announced retirement date. Oh, so he's going to quit. Legendary singer Gennaro Crespo comes to Freeburg. Construction of Cinema Museum postponed again. Let's go to work. Start the car. Bring. When a police officer is too tired to be effective, he will ask for a day off. Sometimes officers request days off even when they're at full strength. Some of the reasons you'll hear are far-fetched, while some are very serious. Don't overindulge your subordinates, but don't antagonize them either. Remember that everybody's got secrets, and you've got to make sure these guys have your back. Moser didn't come into work today. I drank too much. I don't think I can hold it together today. Can I go home? No. You can come to work, you asshole. In addition to their performance ratings, police officers also possess rank. Employees begin at the lowest rank and can be elevated in rank with 1, 2, or 3 stripes. Once a week, you can pass out stripes and improve the rank of any employee. If you think there is no one worthy of the honor, some week you can postpone the ceremony until later. Insignias won't go out until your people are ready. Yeah. Employees of rank not only increase their professionalism, but also learn to command. Whenever a ranking officer is on the scene, his or her colleagues are more likely to perform better than usual. Sometimes when a cop gets ranked, they'll start thinking more seriously about their service. This can mean less drinking and more time spent on the job. Some of them might even turn out to be dependable. So we have stripes we can give out. I'm going to give one to Van Dahl because he's pretty good. And I'm going to save this other stripe for the other shift because I'd like to give one to Yancey. So let's start the day. Freiburg isn't one of those cities where you listen to what they say or nothing at all. You can always select any song from your collection and play it at any time, just like in real life. Well, the life of your grandfather. We have all these records that we can play. Let me actually check something really quick. Shift tab. We'll open up our web browser and we'll say, is the music in This Is the Police royalty free? No, the music by the band The Police. No, shut up. That's not what I mean. I just want to I am live on YouTube, but the songs seem not to save for it. Although I see many YouTubers using the songs, so this is just gibberish. This is fucking. Let's look this up. Let's go to our best friend. Is the music in or are the music records that you can select from in the video game This Is the Police royalty free, or will allowing that music to play while I am streaming going to cause me to get flagged? Let's see what GPT has to say. Short answer, no. Just because the music in the game, it just doesn't mean, okay, got it. Music has value. Boss Records take great care protecting our intellectual property. We welcome license inquiries for sync broadcast samplers. Please be advised that not all requests will be permitted and considered. All right. Yeah, all right. So there is a risk. So we're going to start by not using these, and like eventually maybe I'll try it later in the game, but like for now I think we're good. We're not going to rip any of the records. Let's learn how to hire and fire cops. Affairs. Police station. Labor market. You have a certain number of paid job openings. Oh, we have one. For which you can hire any available applicant. Job slots are separated between officers and detectives. Got it. So what I want to look at right now. Are you fucking kidding? I have to hire. Oh, I'm pissed. Which shift is this? Shift A? This has fewer off. No, this has more officers. So we'll hire you for shift B. You have 350 professionalism. You're awesome. Now, want to free up a slot. Time to fire somebody. I'm not. Oh, I can fire Birch for being drunk, but I can also fire Roy for being too old. I think I'm gonna fire Birch for being drunk. Don't come to work. Wait, but your son works for me. Oh, I have shift B as well. I could fire Price. So yeah, that's the thing, is I can fire people, but I can only fire people for, like, they have to have reasons. Because if I fire them, I can only fire them legally or illegally. So we're going to fire Price, and we're going to fire Roy. And then we're going to go to the labor market, and we're going to hire... Wait, so we fired Roy from shift A, so we need a new shift A. I think. Yeah, so we need a shift A, and then we also need a shift B because we fired Price. And then we have, it says we have one, so we can hire a detective. None of these guys are very good, but they're better than no one. So we'll hire a third detective for shift A. Got it. So we got people now. They're not going to be here until tomorrow, and Roy is going to be fired, which is funny. We got vandalism, and she's still working, but she's just going to be fired in between this shift and her next. We received a frightened call from a local cathedral this morning. The abbot discovered that someone had entered the old cemetery at night. The old yard's tombstones are painted with satanic symbols, and some have been broken into pieces. There are even marks from a shovel, but Abbott would say no more. We'll send Stovall, and we'll send Birch Jr. Actually, we should fire Birch as well. Close this for a second. Go to affairs, because Birch came to work drunk today, so you're done. And you're old, so you're extremely done. And then we'll get one of these better officers for shift A. So yeah, we're gonna get rid of Birch and Roy and Price, which is good. Just because they're too old. We're gonna send Stovall, and we're gonna send Birch Jr. here. The Stovall has 400, so he should be able to do this like no sweat. We got vandalism at the Atticus Tower. This is 3. Businessman Harley Jones looking out his window said 2 teenagers scratching offensive slogans into his nice car. We'll send Van Dial, we'll send Grant, and we'll send Samadhi. Because these two aren't great, but he's pretty good, and he has rank. So we'll send them and hope that goes well. Right now we're in trouble, though. If a third thing pops up, we're going to have to send Robbins and Birch, and I don't really want to send Birch on jobs today. We'll see how it goes. How'd we do on the vandalism? We swagged on him. So Birch Jr. gets a little better, and so does Stovall. That's big. Suspicious individual at Eddie's Burgers. A waitress named Mila reported that she just served a chicken Eddie and a Diet Coke to a dangerous criminal who she'd seen on the television this morning. This culprit is sitting at the window eating a burger. We'll send you too. I don't like sending Birch when he's being fired because I'm worried he's going to, like, not be very helpful. But how'd these guys do? Hopefully a big success. Great. Everyone got better. Samadhi's almost at like, a reliable level, which is pretty sweet. Francis Birch was killed in a car accident. According to preliminary reports, it appears he was drunk. That's pretty bad. I mean, we fired him and hired someone new anyway, so it's not the end of the world, but, like, we probably shouldn't have used drunk Birch. The waitress had mistaken the retired officer Frank Nero for the fugitive in question. That was a false alarm. Who was the drunk guy who cracked? No, the officer, our officer Birch was was bad. So this is important, right? These things with the, like the city buildings on top, I don't think you can fail these. Mr. Boyd, my bouncer stuffed himself with Mexican food again, and now he can't get off the can. Meantime, the line outside my club is stretching around the block. We need someone outside who can tell the cool guys from the punks. We're going to send Roy, because I don't think we can fail these ones with these, like, these are like events. Events I don't think you can fail. So we'll send Roy. Hope that she doesn't also die in a car crash. Using a city officer private security is crazy. Yeah, it is. There's drug sales at Christopher Sands Ice Arena. An anonymous call just came in. A clown carrying balloons at the skating rink is selling crack to teenagers. Stovall, Grant. Because I think basically... Oh, suicide threat on Fleet Street. A naked man is carrying a canister of gasoline and is threatened to set himself on fire once his favorite chewing gum becomes popular again. We're going to send Vandal and Samadhi here. We probably could send Birch, but this seems dangerous. We'll send Birch. We'll send Vandal and Birch because he does have a level. It's me. I'm the clown. Every store now. Shaking my head. How'd we do on this? Sorry, Chief, but I quit. In one night, I pulled in more cash than I earned in a month working at this dump. Mr. Sorkin said he wouldn't mind taking me on. I guess I just wasn't cut out to be a cop. Okay. Birch Sr. is dead. Birch Jr. is not dead. Oh, wow. I got paid $4,500 for sending that officer. That's huge. Like, that's a ton of money. All right, we can... There will be no more... The shutter just closed. There will be no more... things to send out. As the police arrive, a clown is seen making balloon animals for the kids. We're going to carefully watch the clown from the stands. Offender caught, officers unharmed. We needed probable cause. We needed to see him do it. And our suicide threat, how do we do here? Dealt with. Nice job. So that's everyone. We can end our day whenever. So we're good to go. Let's end the day. Great job. Beasley didn't go anywhere. Wait, why is there only one detective on this shift? Did I move? Oh, what happened to my other detective? I had Beasley and one other dude. Well, okay. I mean... I can't move you to the other shift, can I? I can only move the others. Yeah, okay, fine. Didn't start. Oh, it must have been that I... Yeah, that's probably what it is that I hired someone and they're not on the team yet. That's definitely what it is. Robespierre to reveal his identity when the time is right. Feminist organization denied official registration. Enemies using feminists to destroy Freeburg. So these 3 papers are all, like, different political leanings. Like, I believe the Fact is, like, a very conservative outlet, whereas I think the Tribune is more liberal, and I don't really know about the Golden Bird, but I think this might be, like, kind of a rag. Like, this might be, like, a less serious newspaper, because they're talking about Robespierre. Like, who even is that? All right, what do we got? Plot time.
Whenever I'm alone at home and there's a knock at the door, I always hope it'll be my wife, Laura. She's always forgetting her keys.
Golden Bird is RFK's personality, yeah.
Hello, my name is Steve, and you're Jack Boyd, is that right?
Hey, please leave. Don't knock on my door.
Front door. The Bible boys walked about a mile from the local bus stop, jumping over mud puddles and skirting a couple of landfills. Laura doesn't go in for religion either, but according to her, these brave lunatics with their fake smiles deserve at least a minute of attention. She patiently listens to them, asks them questions, regales them with pastries, and never once dropping a hint of condescension. When I watch her do it, I've got to admit it gets me. I'd have hugged those boys, sat with them on the porch, and lit up a cigar. But a month after Laura left, all I could do was quietly ask them not to bother me. Today I'm a little rougher still. Shut the door on his nose this time. Another couple weeks at this rate, and I'll be greeting anyone who comes close with my service pistol pointed towards the sky, ready to fire my warning shots.
We love a good warning shot. I'll Boogie 2988.
Even the basic stuff never goes like it's supposed to. Normally, when a wife is going to leave home, she'll make a scene, or at least sit everyone down for a serious conversation. but Laura just disappeared. The children in the stories always stand on the side of the mother, but all three of our sons supported me. The in-laws always blame the husband for making their daughter unhappy. But now Sally, Laura's mother, well, we sort of have a pact. The fellow Laura ran off with is young enough to be her son. I hear he's 30 years old. Of all the possible information a man can know about his wife's lover, I get hit with that. Fortunately, Laura's mother doesn't like the way it sounds either. Sally figures this guy just thought he'd have some fun with a mature woman, but he'll be back chasing college girls before the year is out. So we have an agreement. Sally's gonna track down Laura and try to reason with her, and we'll arrange a meeting. Meanwhile, I'm supposed to not do anything stupid, which of course means anything at all. It's a crazy situation. I'm the police chief, and the person I'm trusting to find my wife is an old woman armed with a phone book. But I can't afford to lose Sally as an ally. So for the moment, I had to swallow my pride.
This guy's got to find his wife.
Mrs. Markham, this is Boyd.
Oh, is there any news?
That's what I wanted to ask you.
I didn't kill my
Have you
wife.
found anything? An address?
I
Phone
don't
number?
care.
Have you spoken to her?
Don't worry, Jack. I've narrowed the range to 2 suspects, or whatever you like to say at your police building.
At my police building, we find people faster than a funny old woman chirping on the phone with my wife's girlfriends.
Oh, you're an old man, Jack. Come to your senses. They'd give us straight odds on the street. But I've got more energy, Jack. Maybe you think I'm a foolish old woman, but I go to my book club, argue with the girls about Byron, and it gives me energy. I talk to my dogs, and it gives me energy.
I talk to my dogs, and it gives me
You don't
energy.
even have a hobby. You got no passion. It's why Laura left you.
All right.
Let's not go back into that, Sally. Find my wife, and we can discuss my hobbies later. I'm waiting for your call, and my patience is running thin. Laura, if you've stopped loving me, I'll let you go. I can't expect the impossible from you. Just don't let me die out here, okay?
This feels like a situation where I'm going to have the opportunity to save her or not save her. Like, eventually. Like, I'm going to have the opportunity to, like, send the police to go get her or, like, send them somewhere else. Shaw, I just hired you and you didn't come into work. I'm going to kill you with a gun. You'll be a dead police officer. Koizumi is currently our best officer, so we should probably give him stripes. Yeah. So, wait, I gotta go to the map, and then I gotta look at affairs to make sure that people are on the right shifts. Because right now I think we're fucked. So this one, okay, so Shaw is on shift B. He was supposed to be in today, but isn't. And we have Daniel, who's new, and we have Nordlander, who's new. But these guys are all for tomorrow. This shift is far stronger than the other shift. The only, like, weak link here who's really shit is Birch Jr. Actually, no, I'm wrong. This shift doesn't have a weak link, but it also doesn't have any, like, it doesn't have as many heavy hitters. Like, this shift has 2 people over 300 and 3 people over 200. No, 4 people over 200. This shift, nope, this shift has tons of good officers. I'm wrong. Shift B right now is a little bit stacked. It almost feels like we should move Nordlander to shift, or no, move Birch here and move Asano here. Because, like, Birch is going to be more likely to be No, I need to send Birch with my best officers because Birch is useless. All right, cool. We have a message from City Hall. A racist gang has recently made some trouble in the city. They're capturing black townspeople and beating them to death. They recently sent a message to a local radio station promising to kill all black doctors, firemen, and police. We don't need any more dead people, especially not mere months before the election. The racists are gaining more and more followers, and even some of our citizens support them. You have to fire all black cops over the next 2 days due to mounting racial tensions. Yeah, I just won't do that. I'm going to not fire my officers based on race. Just not my vibe. A member of the city's destruction of property. A member of the city's cleaning crew saw an elderly man approaching some expensive cars in the parking lot carrying a big iron rod. The whole street could hear him shouting, "Black bastards, thieves, bloodsuckers." Koizumi, Asano, rip it. Yeah, the mayor's office has a lot of, like, terrible directives. Like, the mayor's office often will give, like, you need to, like, fire all black cops or whatever, or fire all women. I've been a little bit further in this game than we are now, so I've seen that one as well. Because, like, they're facing pressure from society or from from their constituents to like do that, and I always just don't do it. Like there's no way I'm gonna fire all my black officers, especially because like some of my black officers are like Stovall is the best cop I have on the entire force. He's the best one, so there's no fucking way I'm firing him, and there's also no fucking way I'm firing anyone over their race. That's insane. Like we're not doing that. All right, we have a detective situation. There was a homicide in the ghetto. They investigate the crime scene, interview witnesses, and gather whatever information seems pertinent. One of your detectives will be the lead investigator for the case. You can assign additional detectives to any case who will work under the lead investigator as subordinates. The more professional the lead investigator, the more effective the team. So Mole is going to be our lead, and then we'll pop in Armstrong and DeBrito. Black activist Ronnie Moore was shot outside his home. Armstrong might get in trouble here because he's black, and they're shooting black activists, so the detective is probably also going to get in trouble. But we'll set all these guys. Is there a way that I can't. I have to do it between shifts. Because you can assign all your detectives to the same case even on off days. Like so that when they come in tomorrow, they'll work the case while the lead investigator is out. So we'll see how that goes. And we have SWAT if we ever need SWAT. There's a carjacking in the suburb. A gas station surveillance camera recorded a car that's on the stolen vehicles list. Cool, let's send Kochi and Austin. We can send 4. Let's send Subaki as well. I want to keep Purdy and Yancey together just because, like, if we get another call that we need 2 officers, we don't want to just send 1. Destruction of property, how'd they do? Caught and officers unharmed. Nice job. Everyone leveled up. We got 410 and 110. We only need, like, 4 more calls for Asano to get her, like, really, like, rip-roaring to go. Oh, our homicide investigation has started. Detectives have interviewed witnesses, collected evidence from the scene, and are pursuing the investigation. Expect results. Okay, so there's a sequence of photos here, and there's also eyewitnesses that help us select which photos go where, but we don't have enough photos yet to even try to solve this. Like there's this first sequence of like the guy leaving the apartment, and then there's 3 other sequences, and then he's dead. So we need to find what these 3 pictures are in order to like figure out like the order of the sequence. Eric Graham, a drunk witness. They drove by in a sedan and they shot like a machine gun. I didn't see much. I overheard a few muffled shots. He got what he deserved. He'd been caught in trouble for a long time. Fuck you. I don't remember the car, and the neighborhood was quiet. I never heard any shots, so that probably means they had a silenced weapon. The police these days don't do nothing. I almost died myself. I went to buy some medicine, was nearly hit by some idiot's car. Okay, this is just like completely unrelated. So like again, we don't have a lot of good information from these guys yet, and we don't have the clues we need. We need to have more frames to solve the sequence. So we can't do anything with this yet. We need our investigations to do their job. I think I can add detectives from the other shift to this one. So I'm going to add so he keeps working this shift on his day. I'll add Moser too. I can always move them. I need to have one free at all time to make the lead detective. And I actually think if I go to investigation here, can I take them off of the case? Yeah, I can. Okay, so that's good. Can I change? I can't change the lead detective. So I need to have at least one good lead detective on each shift so that I can send them to be the lead detective and run the stuff. All right, a suspicious individual. Wait, okay, the driver is nowhere to be seen. We're gonna wait a safe distance and wait for the driver to appear. How'd we do? Officer caught, officers unharmed. Sweet. We dealt with everything good. Desire Park. Corey Ramsey, the mother of several children, has expressed her concerns about a suspicious man wearing bifocals seated on a bench beside a playground. He's been watching the children play for over an hour and has taken several photographs of them. Let's send Yancey and Purdy. Because Asano and Koizumi are back, so we can send them on the next thing. We generally don't want to send one police officer to anything unless it's Kochi or Koizumi. That's kind of where we're at here. So how's our suspicious individual go? This was nice. Oh, okay, this was not a false alarm. That was like a real call. Cool. Kochi and Yancey and Purdy are killing it. Shit. This is bad. We need detectives. So I need to get some of these guys back. We need ones who are on today's shift, which sucks because it means we have to take DeBrito back. And probably Moser. Yeah. Because we're gonna this is a detective case. Oh, it's not, I'm wrong. Okay. I'm the martial arts director, and I want to hold a sparring match with one of my students to take on your toughest cop. After each fight, I'll teach your man a few tricks and something that will help them out on the streets. We're gonna send Austin to this because I'm afraid to send Asano because she's our worst detective. But I didn't realize that this investigation. I thought that was gonna be an investigation, and it wasn't. So we'll put Moser and DeBrito back on the case, and we have Beardsley for tomorrow. So we want to just keep. It's basically the speed at which we solve cases is based on. Okay, wait, our homicide, we got new frames. So let's open our investigation and see if they work. Yeah, so we solved it. Never mind, that was easy. The 3 frames we got happen to be good ones. I think this is the tutorial one, so it's like pretty easy to do. When an investigation pans out, you'll have yourself a suspect. Sometimes when there's more than one, but in this case, your detectives narrow it down to a single candidate. So Travis Horton, a known racist who already has several prior convictions. Cool. So that we can go arrest him now. Your detectives have information about the whereabouts of the suspect. Sometimes there might be a number of locations to choose from. This time there's just one. So we have to send our lead detective, and we have to send 2 officers. And we can send SWAT, which we're gonna do. Also, remember that criminals react differently. As a frightened thief is likely to surrender as soon as the game is up. A brutal killer might want to see how many he can take with him. With more dangerous criminals, this guy's like a known racist, and he's been killing black people. So we're going to send SWAT, and we're not going to send any of our black officers. So we'll send Koizumi, and we'll send Tsubaki, and that should be plenty. There's a fight at Kevin's Throat Bar. Gross. A bartender reports that a couple of dancers started fighting over tips and a cat fight broke out on stage. Kochi, Asano, Purdy. We're sending the girl squad. This feels appropriate to send the girl squad to a strip club. A bartender reported that a fight has broken out between a patron and the bar's bouncer. The man, apparently drunk, had climbed on a stage while a local singer was performing and tried to sing a duet with her. That feels like it's not going to be that scary. I think we're okay to just send Yancey here. I mean, we have no other choice. But because none of our officers are returning, and we only had 5 seconds to send. Chief, I just about nailed... I don't know what that means, but I think it might be racist. But he was too fast for me and won on points. I don't really understand the rules, so I can't keep track of points very well, but he was all right. He even showed me a few tricks. I got carried away a little and pulled my back. Can I take the day off? Yes, you may. Yeah, that is a slur, so I'm not going to say that. I think this game is set in, like, the 80s. So, like, it's still bad, but, like, it at least has the cultural content. I don't know. On the stage, there are 2 strippers going at it, and it's gone beyond arguing to a full-on catfight. The bouncer is fast asleep. Clearly 2 ways to handle the situation. The drunken patrons are happily watching the fight. We're not drawing our service weapon, and we're not going to yell. We're going to shut up. We're going to shut off the music and turn up the lights so that, like, yeah, that's our... Oh, the strippers continue fighting, oblivious to the police presence. Ask the bartender for a cold bucket of water and throw it on the combatants. Yeah, we're going to do that. That's electric. How'd our homicide go? Did we get him? Offender caught, and no one was injured. And our case is closed, so we have our detectives back, which is good. And everyone is headed home, so if there is another call, which there won't be because it's already 21 o'clock, how do we do with the fight? Yeah, see, that's why we don't want to send one officer, especially a no-rank officer on calls like that. Wow, Austin's 230 now. What I need to make sure is that she doesn't work tomorrow. Okay, good. I don't want her to switch shifts on me. Retired police officer Thomas Blaine shoots pregnant woman. Yikes. Mayor Rogers, city has no problem with racists. Wow. Officer Blaine explains, I thought she was a suicide bomber.
Why would a man need a barn? To store all the stuff you can't bring home. About 30 years ago, back when I was young and interested in farming, I carried all kinds of junk home. After a day in the field, I'd come home with buckets, shovels, dirty boots and clothes, and instantly transform the living room. But even back then, there's something I always kept in the barn.
I gotta tilt the camera up because I want to sit up straight. That is too high.
I stopped
That is
keeping
too
my
low.
pills inside the house because every time I was about to take a triple, someone would knock on my bedroom door.
There we go. We're good.
Now they're knocking on my barn door. Well, fine. It's not every day that someone comes to visit your barn. In all the years we worked together, Kendrick never came to visit the house. We drank at bars, went fishing, went to the mountains, even chased off some poachers one time. But he never came for dinner with the family. We never watched football over here.
This chair is very
Now he's
annoying to
brought
deal
his
with. I have to
friends to
sit.
visit my barn.
I have to wear shoes to sit in it.
I always try to
Because
look
I'm 5'7", so I'm
like
just
it's an
too
everyday
short for my
thing
feet to
get
touch the floor.
visitors at the
So I have to have that
barn,
little extra inch of
especially guests
shoe
with
sole
their
in
own
order to be able to
personal
sit in this chair.
bodyguards. But Kendrick is sharp enough to see he's caught me with my pants on backwards.
Sorry for the surprise, Jack. We saw you from the car. Figured we'd find you in here. I'm going in for a minute, fellas. These guys will wait outside.
How long you been dating the lover boys?
They're Sans people, Jack.
Yeah. So now you're appearing in public with members of the Mafia?
Jack, I'm leaving tonight. More like fleeing. Jenny and I are taking the girls and making a run for it. Probably won't be seeing each other again. I've got new documents.
Wow,
a new
dude is
name,
on the
new
lam.
life, everything new.
The papers say you're still working your last week for the department.
I've got to get out today. I won't be getting another chance. Don't know if you noticed, but the whole city is against me.
You told your Mafia friends about your plans.
Jackie, if I don't fix everything with them in the next few hours, they're going to kill me. And not just me. My family, my relatives, God, Jack, I don't know who else. They found out that I was planning to run and they demanded that we close our contract today.
What do you need me for?
Your contract, Frank? Really? Is that how you talk now? Maybe you should call in the lawyers to straighten all this out.
Now is not the time, Jack, please. I have a commitment to them until the end of the year. They need an inside line at police headquarters.
This
I
guy's
can't
our
just
friend.
give
If we
them
have to
back
work
the
with the mob
money.
to
That's
save
not
him,
how
we
the
will.
Mafia works. If I can't find someone I can trust
Like,
tonight,
it sucks,
I'm
but that's an
dead.
inevitability of our situation.
You know me, Jack. I wouldn't ask you if I wasn't afraid they'd cut my daughters to pieces before sunrise.
Yeah, we're not gonna let this
He's
guy's
the damn
family get
fool who
murdered.
puts his daughters in the crosshairs in the first place. Anyone in my place would have dressed him down good. But I didn't want to pile it on. Fate's already got this guy's soul in the grinder.
All right, we're gonna agree to help him because he's our friend and we don't want his family to get murdered. Because like that sucks, you know. Fun fact: family getting murdered, pretty uncool. Just like as a rule. Sorry, I'm closing a bag of goldfish because Francis came over. Hi, Miss Girl. She's so cute. You're so. Oh no, please no. If you're gonna bite me, you don't get to. You don't get to have any fun if you bite me. That's the law. We're gonna help him.
Give him my phone number and tell him it's done. Don't call me. Don't come to work today. I don't want to see or hear from you again.
I think
Time
that's
for you
fair
to
though. To be
go.
like, we're done.
Jack.
Like that's
Get
our
the
thing.
Fuck out of my nice cozy barn, Frank.
Hi, Francis. God, she's looking cute as hell.
At the time, I was trying not to think about what just
So yeah,
happened.
we just agreed to work with
It was
Christopher
almost
Sand.
too much to take in.
I kind of
I'm
like
probably
playing.
the
I think
most
it's fun
popular
to play
police
this as a
chief in
corrupt
the
cop. Like
history
I
of
think
the
that's
city.
kind of the way to do
I
it.
have to admit, I've thought about that more than once. Sometimes with a little pride, even. In one of the features they wrote about me in the papers, they said it pretty plain. He catches the criminals. Believe me, high praise like that is unheard of in Freeburg, especially for a cop. And here I am, the person who catches criminals, and I've agreed to help the Mafia, or I'll come home to a bag stuffed with my kids' body parts. Right before the last hammer falls. Hey, remember that cop who caught criminals? It turns out he was a Mafia bitch. And all for the sake of a greedy, corrupt cop who should have fled the country years ago. That sound right to you?
My dog died yesterday and I'm terribly depressed. Can I go home? Yeah. Yes, you can. If your dog died, ACAB includes disgraced police chiefs. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Like, at the end of the day, like, we're the bad guy. Like, we're the bad guy. We're playing as the bad guy. This is an evil playthrough by necessity because at the end of the day, these... I'm just fixing my microphone because I can't... It's not pointed right. Wait, that's backwards. I need to go this way. Yeah, there we go. We're the bad guys. Like, I'm very much in the ACAB camp, and we're playing a game as a police officer. If we're gonna be like, we're evil by default, so we might as well be super evil. So, you know, we're not gonna use the music today because I'm afraid that it's gonna get me DMCA'd. No matter your personal relationship with the city's administration, your police station is at their mercy. In order to maintain a reasonable working relationships, you have to send appropriate requests to the mayor. Affairs, City Hall. Decisions from City Hall depend on whether they're satisfied with your work. You can send requests every 5 days. The fools in charge of the city may refuse outright or accept only some of your requests. So only ask for what you really need. We're not going to request a raise. We don't need a detective. I would love another cop. Like, I think that we're gonna ask for another officer. And how's our station look for this? Because right now we can't hire any more cops. This is the max that we can have. We can only have 8 on each shift. And we would love to have 9 on one shift and 8 on the other. So I think that, like, pretty much whenever there's the opportunity to ask City Hall for something, we always want more cops. Eventually we'll also want more detectives, but, like, for now we have only done 1 detective case and we had enough detectives to succeed. Tomorrow is the deadline to fire all black cops. We're not doing that. And here's our salary, $1,200 for a week. That's not terrible. Like, if you're taking $1,200 a week, that's $2,400, or that's $2,400 every 2 weeks, which is $4,800 a month. $4,800 a month is like, well, 100K is, or 120K is 10 grand a month gross, which is 6 grand a month net. And this guy's netting 4,800, so he's making 3/4 of that, and probably a little bit more because of the tax rates. He's probably making 90 grand a year in, like, the 80s, which is pretty swag. Like, that's kind of, like, he's kind of balling. Every morning there's a dirty, piss-soaked bum sleeping at the cafe. The man refuses to go away and growls at anyone who approaches, scaring the customers. We're gonna send Nordlander and Birch Jr. No, we're gonna send Stovall and Birch Jr. We really need to train Birch Jr. up and make him better. There's a robbery at the Dionysus liquor store. A witness looked out her window with an armed man with a stocking on his head approaching the liquor store. SWAT and also 2 good officers, 2 bad officers. Alright, we're in trouble now. We don't have any officers on scene, so we really need Birch Jr. and Stovall to get there and get back. Because right now we only have non-ranked officers. We're going to wait as long as we can to deal with this, because we do have 10 seconds. How'd our disorderly conduct go? Alright, get back. We succeeded that call. They're not going to be back in time, so we're going to need to send Daniel and Robbins and hope that this is okay. Hot dog vendor reported that he saw 2 Elvis impersonators grappling on the sidewalk. They're swearing in Spanish and beating each other with microphone stands. That should be handleable by 2 officers. A fight between 2 people should easily be handleable by 2 officers. The shop has 2 exits from which a few people have already fled. We're gonna sneak up to the back door. Stick-up man noticed the police presence and took the cashier hostage. He's holding a gun to the hostage's head, shouting, "Back off or I'll blow his goddamn head off." Meanwhile, the cashier is yelling in an unknown language. I think we have to silently take aim at the robber. The robber grows visibly nervous. "Don't shoot, please. I just need the money. I'll take a little bit and go." No one was hurt. The cashier begins to cry. I'll let you leave here upright, but only if you leave the hostage. There's 2 ways out of this: in cuffs or in a body bag. I think we're going to go, "I'll let you leave upright." Yeah, we're not going to shoot him. Sweet, we did it. Good thing we had SWAT on standby. All right, we have a new detective case. So we'll send Beasley and Moser. An antique Chinese necklace was stolen. And I like that we sent Beasley because he's our best lead detective. From Bao Liang while she was on her way to the pawn shop. Okay, so let's do that, and then let's go into our, not our affairs, our investigations. And we'll Oh, we don't have a case yet because we haven't gotten there yet. Okay. It's a hot one down here today, and a lot of people are going for a swim. Last week, 4 people drowned, and the press was in an uproar. Please send someone to keep an eye on things. Yeah, I'll send Birch Jr. He's a shitter. He can go. That's fine. And City Hall. Okay, we need 2 people for this job, but we have 35 seconds, so we'll be able to send Vandal and Nordlander. This is a big job, so we gotta. We're gonna struggle here. We're gonna. This is not gonna be easy. We'll send. Okay, here first. Samity and Grant, because I don't think annual shooting contest. Can you send 2 of your finest marksmen? Yeah, we'll that sounds fine. And then we'll send you 3. 3 out of 5 is bad, but they're our best officers. At an art gallery exhibition titled Sex Operation, a gang of young people in ski masks have forced their way and began smashing the exhibits, shouting, "We don't need this shit in our city." Oh, that sucks. He got away. All right, robbery. Bao Liang, the victim. Me and my husband had got into a difficult financial situation, and I was going to pawn an antique necklace, which had been in my family for many centuries. As I was carrying the necklace to the pawn shop, someone ripped the bag off my shoulder and disappeared. I didn't have time to do anything, not even cry out. Fishman. The offender was on a motorcycle. He drove up the road, grabbed the bag, and then escaped. I tried to race after him, but I didn't even have time to see if it was a man or a woman. Good to know. Yeah, it's totally a social commentary, 100%. Anita J. Oliveira is a witness that I couldn't see his face, but this person said he twice, but he was dressed in a jacket like those other bikers who hang out around on the street corners. It was definitely not a local biker. They are bald and have beards. This guy looked Asian, possibly Japanese or Chinese. Okay, I don't know about that, but I didn't see a weapon in his hands. I just saw him grab a bag and ride off. Okay, so no weapon. Now that we're there, though, we can add our other detectives to our investigation. We will add Armstrong, DeBrito, and Mai, but we will not add Mole because we need her on the other shift to be able to investigate stuff. No, wait, I'm wrong. We will absolutely add Mole, and we'll just take her off the case if we need her for something else. Cool. So we have 5 officers on the case, but I don't think that matters unless you... I don't think that matters unless you... unless they're on the shift at the same time. Destruction of property, how do we do? This is good. We sent our 3 officers for a 5-officer slot, but they were our best officers, so it makes sense that it worked. We got new frames. So... Okay, that was easy. They're not normally that easy. I guess because we're assigning so many officers. We have a vandalism downtown. Guard went out for a smoke and saw teenagers writing obscenities. Yeah, we'll just send our bad officers to this because who cares? It's just vandalism. Like, nobody's dead. And okay, so Samadhi and Grant are done. So they're taking the day off. So that, like, pretty unreasonable that they can just do that, but whatever. We'll send Stovall and Vandal here. We don't have SWAT to send because we already sent them. So we gotta hope that it's not a SWAT situation to go deal with that jewelry thief or bag thief or whatever. We won't know what happens until they get there and back, but we probably should have sent Nordlander. I didn't realize it was already so late at night. We should have sent Nordlander because he's better than Vandal, but whatever. Nailed it. Nice job. Our shitty officers become less shitty. And how'd our robbery team do? Offender caught, swag. We're all good. And Beasley got better, and so did Stovall and Vandal. That's electric. That's big stuff. We need good detectives. Because there are going to be cases that are like multi-step cases where like we're like taking down crime rings and stuff. And so we need really good detectives on those because looks like tomorrow's going to be a long day. More than likely the first of a lot of long days. There's just too much going on. Oh, okay. How's our shifts looking? Totally fine. I'm going to give you a day off at some point because you at 3 health is not really useful to us. And if you skip a day, you'll get a day off, a skip day, and then you'll come to work the next day. So you'll be back to max. So we're going to send DeBrito home the next time he comes in. Mayor Rogers not afraid of the competition. Thomas Blaine, pregnant woman killer, sent to mental hospital. Yikes. According to Dr. Eleonora Waterbury, Thomas Blaine has a new form of schizophrenia. Yikes. Big yikes.
Mr. Boyd, there was a man here earlier. He left you this.
A man? What man? Who let him on this floor?
I don't know. I've never seen him before. I asked him his name, but he just ignored me. He was talking on a big telephone, you know, one of those portables.
Yeah, so this is definitely like the 80s or 90s, because the idea of talking on a big telephone, one of those portables, is the antithesis of the modern cell phone world. Were there cell phones in the 80s, or was that the 90s? Oh, cool. It's a picture of his family getting away.
They could have shot them the second they took the photo.
80s, okay.
But I knew Kendrick and his family were all right. Either way, the message was not that they got out. It meant that I was in. My servitude to the Mafia had begun. I'd only been in my new position 5 seconds, and I already knew why Kendrick called it a contract. You sound doomed if you call it what it is. A curse. Boyd.
Good morning, Jack. I believe you just received my message.
Oh, it's Christopher
Who am I
Sand.
speaking with?
Oh, I'm sorry. I forget some people don't recognize my voice. But I assure you, Jack, if I was sitting right there in front of you, you'd have no trouble recognizing me. Like I was a member of your family. Even better than a wife, perhaps. A wife can betray you.
This guy knows that our wife left.
I don't talk to people who don't tell me their names.
Oh, Jack, don't be so childish. You're too old to run away from strangers. Yes, we both are. And in our old age, friendship becomes rare and all the more precious. But of course, we must work with new people and find out new names. So if you insist, Jack, let us formally meet. Hello, Jack Boyd. I'm Christopher Sand.
Wonderful, Mr. Sand. And what is it?
What an asshole. What do you do for work?
Soon find out all about that. Well, you'll learn much more than a simple policeman could ever.
Hey, please don't
expect.
call me a simple policeman.
You're a simple policeman no longer, Jack. Don't turn
Oh, all
off
right, fair
your
enough.
phone. You start today.
Yikes. So we're definitely just like in this guy's bag now.
8 in 10. It's been my go-to principle since my first day on the job. I've got to let my colleagues hush up what they need to, 2 out of 10 times, so that they'll help me with the remaining 8. 80 out of 100, 800 out of 1,000.
Yeah, this guy's like already a
I'm
bastard.
proud of those
Like,
statistics. It's not so bad for Freeburg, right? But now I just officially became a mafia whore. I'm supposed to be fearing for my life, for the lives of my wife and children. But the only thing I can think, what's going to happen to 8 and 10?
How do we do? Okay, this is all right. Well, this is good. Shaw's back. It's fucked up that he just didn't show up to work. But like, we can't fire a guy who's 220. It's just not our tempo. When the labor market, the best guy's like 150. So we got to keep Shaw even though he sucks. But yeah, we're killing it here. We're gonna rip a song today. Fuck it if I get in trouble. Sweet Ginger Green by Pierce Pickering Ragtime 5. Oh, it's an immaculate vibe. Yeah, so Quan Yin Lin turned out to be a member of the gang known as the Red Masks. He could help you take out the gang if you make him an informant. Hell yeah. Okay. There are a number of gangs in Freeburg, and that means there's bounties to collect. Some of the criminals you come across will be members of one gang or another. In exchange for immunity, they may be willing to give up their bosses. So we're going to investigate Ning He or Ning He so that we can eventually get Jin Yang. And our reward is 20 grand. That's a lot of money. In this way, you can get your hooks into gang members higher and higher up the food chain and eventually take down the boss. If you do arrest the boss, the gang will be finished and you'll get to claim a reward. There's also a reward for formally charging gang members. Whenever you arrest a gang member, you get the bonus, but your deal with that person is over. Don't settle for small fish. You use the small fish to catch the big fish. So at any point, we can say, like, we'll just arrest your ass and get 2 grand, but that's not what we're doing. We're going to investigate Ning He in order to try to get more, because if we investigate him, we can... all right, so lead is Mole, Armstrong and DeBrito, welcome to the squad, and then investigations... Gangs, no. Oh, I haven't gotten there yet. Okay, fine. Eliminate the Red Mask Gang from City Hall. We need to take down the Red Mask Gang within 4 days. So we only have 4 days to do this investigation and the next one. So we're going to max out all of our people on it. Francis Birch was buried with military honors, which is fucked. Dude got in a drunk driving accident in his cop car and died. And we're like, oh, we're going to bury him with honors? What the fuck? Fire all black cops. We failed this. If you can't keep your promises, we won't keep ours. Fine. Yet you did give us more a job slot for more people. So let's look at our personnel. Let's look at our shifts. Birch Jr., you suck. Can I fire you? I cannot. I would have to... I could only fire you illegally. So we're going to bring in another person on Shift A. Yeah, because Shift B, almost everyone is good. Shift A, I guess everyone is good. Maybe we'll... No. Sharon, welcome to Shift B. It also means that she'll be here tomorrow rather than... oh, no, this is Shift B. Shit. And I can't change it now. Okay, fine. How's our affairs? Oh, wait, we need... Okay, we need to... Once these get where they're going, we... Wait, what is city... Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm glad that we didn't fire every black cop in the service. That's pretty swag. Alright, our investigation has started now. So Ning He is the faithful assistant to Jin Yang, a founding member of the gang. He entrusted with the most serious jobs. Okay. Ning He keeps his more valuable prizes at home while he arranges the sale. He then brings them to the Wise Dragon restaurant on the day before he's planning to make the deal. The gang must have had an immediate buyer for the necklace, so Ning He brought it to the necklace the same night it was stolen. Okay. So he steals and goes to the restaurant. Usually the restaurant is open around the clock, but it was closed that night because an important deal was going down. Ning He has a key to the restaurant. Valuables are kept in the safe under the bar. Got it. So he went to the restaurant. He didn't break in. The restaurant was closed, so the lights were probably off. He didn't break in because he had a key, and then he went in and there was the safe under the bar. All right, so we have what we need. We now need to go to our investigations and stack everyone on this because we only have a few days to get through here. So we're going to put everyone on, and if we see another investigation, we'll just pull someone off before we go do it. Like, we'll pull Beasley or whatever. All right, we have to go do cop things now. An attempted murder at the Sugar Dream Confectionery. A young employee at the factory got into a fight with the manager and is trying to push him into a vat of boiling chocolate. That looks pretty intense. We'll send Koizumi and Asano. No, we're not... I want to send Asano when we have 3 cops, ideally, because she's not fully trained up yet. So we'll send Koizumi and Tsubaki, the Age of Persuasion, and we'll knock this shit out. Are you going to give me more cases? This is, like, really nice that they're going so slow, because it means that Koizumi and Tsubaki are going to get all the way to their next assignment before we even get another case. That's pretty swag. Carjacking in the suburb, this is 3, so we'll send Kochi, Purdy, and Asano here. Parking lot attendant Dylan Burns reports seeing a teenager walk in between cars trying handles in hopes to find an unlocked vehicle. Before the attendant could approach him, the teenager found an unlocked door and shut himself inside. A few seconds later, the teen drove shrieking from the parking lot, greatly exceeding the speed limit. He fled towards the suburbs. Rip it. How'd our attempted murder go? We swagged on him. We're incredible. The Age of Persuasion succeeds again. We're crushing it. This is so far being a pretty easy day because it means we're going to get Koizumi and Asano back, or Koizumi and Tsubaki back before the next call even goes out, which is pretty cool.
We've got a situation here.
Officers have determined the car thief's location. Catch up with the stolen vehicle and open fire. Overtake the offender and block the road. Overtake the criminal and take him into custody. I think we blocked the road. That just feels like the vibe, right? Because, like, take him into custody is too vague. Like, we want to go get his ass. Hostage situation. Okay, 4 officers. Cool. A weeping child called in saying someone was holding him against his will. They won't let me go outside. They torture me and bully me. I don't think I can keep going. I want to go outside and see Pete. This is a child. I think that this is not real. This feels like a false alarm, right? Like it's a kid calling the police because his mom won't let him go outside. We'll send Shaw and Tsubaki, but that's it. If this fails and I'm an idiot, fine. But we're not sending 4 officers to a child on the phone. And if it turns out to be real, whatever. They're pretty good officers. They should be able to do the job. And we got our squad back. Almost everyone is ready to rip. Theft at Rabinovich Casino. We received a call from an angry casino patron. He claims that one of the casino girls that was hanging around his table lifted his wallet which was carrying a couple $100,000 in cash and several credit cards. Casino security shoved him outside, saying that he was drunk, but the man isn't giving up so easily. Koizumi and Yancey. Go nuts. Oh, this is Christopher Sand, and he needs help. Jack, we're dealing with a moron who refuses to pay his debts. Says that the police will protect him. I think it's time to show him whose side the police are on. We're going to send Asano. Because this is one of those, when they're outlined in red, I don't think it matters the quality of the officer. So we'll just send Asano, and we'll see how that goes. How'd our hostage situation goes? Yep, false alarm. Joseph Lowry's mother wouldn't let him go out, or wouldn't let him go play until he ate his broccoli. Yeah, that's intelligent policing up here. That's what we do. It's 18 o'clock right now, so we're getting close to the end of the day. Tsubaki and Shaw are back. Yeah, it was a false alarm. Oh, they don't get any skill ups for a false alarm. All right, we dealt with this. That's good. The Rabinovich Casino thief has been caught. So that's good. I need to get a drink soon. My mouth's starting to go dry. Assault with a deadly weapon in the city center. At a parking lot exit, a security guard stopped a suspicious-looking van and asked to check the driver's membership card. The female driver reached casually in the glove compartment, then pulled out a gun and opened fire. We're sending all the best people we have. Because we don't fuck, when there's a weapon, we send our best cops. That's just how it goes. And it didn't give us the option to send SWAT, which is good. I mean, like, I don't know. But we don't send Asano and Tsubaki on calls that have guns. Like, that's just not what we do. We don't want them to get killed. We want them to get better and then not get killed. The police cruiser... A police cruiser is caught up to the perpetrator's van. Use the bullhorn to order the van to stop, shoot out the tires, or try to run the van off the road. We're going to shoot out the tires. The van takes a sharp turn and crashes through the window of a sex shop. A woman exits the vehicle, grabs the shop attendant, and points the gun to his head. Throw a rubber sex doll at the assailant, shoot the criminal in the head, let go of the man right now. We're going to throw a rubber sex doll at the... Oh, okay. So that sucks. That didn't... Throwing the rubber sex doll, fun fact, not the move. Civilian dead, and our officer Shaw was killed. So we need to go to affairs and hire a new officer. I guess I can't fire you, but I have one spot on the labor market. So we're replacing Shaw. We have Officer Vasilev, who's 1,000 years old. Or we have Brittany Alejandro, who is young. This is an ageist hire, but the reason he has 185 professionalism. I think the reason we take this guy is because we can fire him whenever we want. Like, if he ends up being a problem, we can just fire him because he's old. So, like he's already old. So we'll hire him for Shift B to replace Shaw. I feel dumb. Like, we sent good officers. I just picked the wrong strategy. The correct move was not to throw a rubber sex doll at the assailant. That was probably not smart. I thought it was video game logic. Turns out it was incredibly stupid. I'm an idiot. Such is life. At the end of this day... Oh, we're going into midnight. Okay, we got investigation stuff. So, here... No. Here, and here, and here. Wow. We solved it in one day. That's electric. Oh, we have to go arrest him now. Fine. Koizumi and Kochi and SWAT. We use everything when we can go arrest these guys, because if we fail the arrest, we can't progress further up the chain, and that's like a problem. Hopefully it'll let us start. We might have to wait till tomorrow to start the next investigation, which is actually, I think, fine, because we have our best detective tomorrow. We do want more detectives. I think that's probably our next thing we need. Did we get him? We got him. We got him. Swag. All right, so Jin Yang. We can't start to investigate because it's nighttime. We could arrest this guy for $5 grand. Oh, what is that? I just got a notification that I hit a subscriber goal, but it didn't show me who subscribed. Oh, Gondreeper. Hey, what's up? Thank you for the subscription. I appreciate that. That's very generous of you. I very much appreciate it. So we can arrest Ning He if we want to, or we can not arrest him and we can go after Jin Yang. We're going to do that because the reward for her is $20K. We can get $5K if we get this guy, but we still have 3 days to deal with Jin Yang, which is a lot of time in terms of investigations. That's plenty of time. We end the day. Shaw was killed in action, but so was a civilian, so I'm going to get in trouble. Okay, DeBrito has no joy left in his heart. Dude is exhausted. Yeah, rip Shaw. Shaw, we sent him out, and we chose a bad decision, and he died because of our poor decision-making. Racist gangs run wild in the city. Investigation into Franz Kendrick could resume. Not going to matter. He's gone. He's in fucking Montenegro now. Second tower to be built in Freiburg. I feel like you should probably have to build 3. I feel like that should be the rules. Are they twins? Someone doesn't know history. This game exists before the events of 9/11. So technically, they don't know. But yeah, they should probably have to build 3. Like 1 or 3 or many more. But 2 seems like seems like poor decision making. Yes, this is before everything.
The people of Freiburg have built up a tolerance for the petty horrors of modern life. You'll never see crowds gathering around a beaten passerby. Folks rarely even slow to gawk at a car accident. And street theft doesn't turn heads anymore. Been a long time since people got worked up about stuff like that. So when I ran into a troubled crowd on the way to work, I knew there was something serious going on. Something bad enough to knock these people out of their daily rhythm. And we're talking about people who would step over a corpse if it was blocking the door to the coffee shop. But apparently all it takes is a bunch of leaflets, or spreading broken glass across Main Street, or releasing a couple of 100 rats in the ice arena. The mysterious figure taking responsibility for these strange acts goes by the alias Robespierre. Nobody knows who he is, what he wants, or what all this adds up to, from the buckets of lard spread on the sidewalk to the front door of City Hall covered with ostrich feathers. But this strange cross between childhood pranks and cheap theatrics has got the people all worked up. Everyone understands when some Freiburg crook satisfies the basic human need to rob and kill. But when someone steals a lion from the local zoo and locks him in a cell below the courthouse, the people start asking questions. Myself, I kinda like this Robespierre. It's not just the pranks he's pulling or his green bull's head emblem. I just like his funny nickname. Robespierre? Really? Who does that make me? The Marquis de Lantenac? I don't think so. In the old books about revolutions, I fancy myself the old gunner who goes off to war with a bag of damp powder. Or maybe the innkeeper who tops up the beer kegs with mop water. It's something to think about.
I love that our main character is just like morally reprehensible. Like he's just like totally like a bad dude. It makes it is one thing that I appreciate about this game. Martin Stett is our new deputy. Cool. These guys are all rip-roaring to go. The chief has erectile dysfunction. Got it. Yeah, he totally does. But Stovall needs a rest. I can't do anything here. I need to, like, give people the day off. I can buy records for my catalog. I will not be doing that. Probably. See, like thousands of dollars. I'd have to spend $1,000 on records here. Crimes canceled today, team. Go to Six Flags. I need to move people. No, the way that you do it is you move people around on shifts. Again, I've played a little bit of this game before. We're getting to the point that I have not played yet. Because I know that I've done the Chinese crime gang stuff, but after that, I have no memory of the game. I kind of want to buy the records because it's fun. Even though the money in this game actually like has use. But yeah, we'll buy the records. We're going to buy all of them. We'll listen to them as the days go on. And we're going to buy all of them, and we're going to pre-order the next ones because the pre-orders are cheaper. Octopus. Eat, drink, repeat. Pass. All right, so we got a bunch of new records. We're gonna play this one today, I guess. Temptation Blues by Turk Murphy. We're just going to get DMCA'd, and the channel's going to get taken down. It's going to be awesome. I already love it. The Mafia can offer you some very interesting services. You're practically a member of the family now, so it will hardly cost you a thing. Affairs, The Sands. Crime Trap. The Mafia will falsify a special crime in progress report, and all the officers who arrive at the scene will be killed. Up to 3 cops. Investigation Trap. The Mafia will falsify a special investigation, and the detectives who arrive will be killed. And the Mafia will intimidate members of the committee before the hearing at the prosecutor's office. We don't have the money for this now, nor is it relevant, but we spent all our money on records, so we're going to stop doing that. I think we have enough music now that I think we're good for records for a while. Because I just bought like 4 of them, and then there's 3 more coming next month. Or next week or whatever. So, yeah. But yeah, we can now use the Sands to kill our officers if they start being difficult. You are going to be moved to Shift A, which means that you will not work tomorrow because you will take the day off, and then you will come into Shift A. You also have the day off today. I need to move him back and front from shift to shift because I need him to be... I need his ass to not be so tired all the time. Your new assistant is no Kendrick, but he's not as useless as he might seem. He can handle some of your duties while you're pressed for time, but lunch is on you along with any other expenses. Deputy. I can do all this stuff. Hire a snitch. Police academy stuff. Barbecue stuff. An experienced but retired detective who will assist in your investigations for a modest fee. For 50 grand, we can get a sick-ass detective. Buy names. Find out which of your employees plans to testify against you. I'm sure we'll need that later. And then we'll combine buy names with kill our employees. That's what we'll do. If any of them are like upset that I'm working with the mob, we'll pay someone to find out who's going to testify against me, and then we'll send them on a trap so that they die. And we can also buy silence, which we can just pay our employees, but it's easier to just kill them and get new ones. I'm sure we'll get in trouble for that, but, you know, whatever. Where is my investigation? I want to do the investigation to get the Asian lady.
9/11 in progress.
Gangs. Oh, cool. I have to start it manually. Fine. Beasley, Moser, Mai, enjoy. And then investigations. They haven't got there yet. I keep forgetting that I have to wait for them to arrive at the scene. A shoe store clerk reports the 2 teenagers found the most expensive sneakers on the display, tried them on, and then without paying ran out of the shop wearing the new shoes. Stovall's a little tired, but we're going to send him and BJ, and we're going to see how him and BJ do. They might fail this because BJ is just so fucking useless. Like, maybe we might need to send him to the police academy. Alright, our investigation has started for the sale of stolen goods. Seller, Jin Yang always handles the big deals personally. Buyer, Chinese businessman Bo Su has secretly arrived in Freiburg last week. He's convinced that the necklace was stolen from his family back in the 17th century. Jin Yang typically pretends to be a regular restaurant visitor and tells the buyer in advance which table to find her at. Bo Su prefers to travel with a bodyguard or a driver, or without a bodyguard or a driver, so as not to attract too much attention. So he'll be alone. And then payment up front and never deals in cash. Interesting. All right, so we need to put everyone on this because we need we want to solve this quickly.
10A in progress.
Attempted murder in the suburbs. A young man returned from work earlier than usual and found his young wife in bed with her lover. The maid called the police when she saw the husband taking a hunting rifle from the wall cabinet. Let's set that's guns. So we'll send 3 goods and 1 robins.
Officer on scene. Looks like we have a situation here.
I'm gonna ask if they're not they're smoking it. We're gonna pretend to be their friends and then catch them. We need Stovall to rest, so we need to shift him. So we can do that tomorrow. Because all of our other officers are rested, but Stovall is not. Today, Freeburg is hosting the premiere of Back to the Future. The film's distributor asked for an officer to stand at the door and ensure the visitors don't bring in handheld cameras. Grant, enjoy. All right, we have our officers back. How'd our fight go? Or our attempted murder? Awesome, because we sent literally all of our best officers. One of the advantages of sending 4 officers is that you get 40 experience. So like those crimes are harder, but everyone who goes gets 10 experience, so it's advantageous. There's an assault at the elementary school. Yikes. Big yikes. What do we got? A young father deprived of his parental rights tried to pick up his daughter from school. When he wasn't allowed access, he attacked a teacher and started kicking her. Fucked. You and you and you. We'll send Robbins again, because we just want to level him up a little more. I have a very sensitive issue in which our mutual friend, Charles Deal, said he could help you out with, or said you could help me out with. As you may already know, I own the largest musical store in Freeburg. Recently, my ex-wife got half my record collection in a lawsuit. There's a lot of rare records. My ex is very afraid of the police and always tries to act like a law-abiding citizen. If some of your guys went over there in uniform and told her those records were evidence against an important investigation, she'd just smile and give them whatever they asked for and not even check into the warrant. This is crimes, but we'll get paid for it, so hello. We're being super corrupt. That's what we're doing. We're playing this as a real police officer, which means super corrupt. Jack, we have something going down today at the engineering plant at 2209, so towards the end of the night. We don't want any policemen going, so we'll pay you $4 grand not to send them. You got it, Christopher Sand. You're my best friend. Because you're going to give me money that I can use to pay off officers when they find out that I'm you know, playing both sides. Ulrich Bieber. We helped Ulrich Bieber, and he gave us a Gennaro Crespo album, The Master. Daniel prefers glam, so he was really sad. He'll be at the bar by the time the shift ended. Okay, so Daniel bailed on the shift today. We got $3 grand from him, which is pretty swag. We really need our officers back, though. Alright, cool. Everybody's good. Everybody's unharmed. Everyone's better now. I really don't want to send 1 officer to this, so I want Birch Jr. to come back so I can send 2. But it's going to be tight. Okay. Wait. I need to wait a little longer. There we go. We'll send Nordlander and Birch Jr. because, like, people are hiding in the closet after drawing penises on artwork. Probably not the scariest possible outcome. So we can send Birch Jr. and hope that he like handles everything well, even though he's 1,000 years old, and he only has 60 skill. He's not actually that old. He's just a little old. Like he's not fireable for his age.
We've got a situation here.
Enter the adjoining stall is hilarious. We're gonna ask him about his work.
210.
Yeah, we did it. Birch Jr.'s he needs 8 more cases to get to a level that I would deem acceptable. Stovall's a fucking machine. 480, like come on.
911 in progress.
911 in progress, excuse me. Theft, engineering plant. Oh, this is Christopher Sand. We're not sending anyone here. We're gonna let this expire. Because Christopher Sand is our best friend. We're a corrupt cop. We're gonna be fully corrupt. We're not gonna blow up Christopher Sand's spot. We're gonna let him do his thing. And handle. He's gonna rob the engineering plant. We're just gonna send no one.
911.
We got a thank you from Sand for $4 grand. Offender escaped. That's fine. And we have new frames. This will not be it because she doesn't deal in cash. Could be. This feels right, but these will not, because there's bodyguards here, and it says she doesn't deal in cash, because it says escort without a bodyguard or driver. Those are bodyguards and drivers, I would assume. And then this is cash. Never deals in cash. So we need more frames. See, that's the thing. That's why these are difficult. Is because they'll give you the wrong info. Jack, you must have seen the newspaper stories about Thomas Blaine, the retired cop who went schizophrenic and shot a pregnant woman. To ensure this tragedy doesn't repeat itself, we decided to conduct psychological testing for all cops over 50 years of age. That includes you, Jack. Tomorrow morning, Dr. Eleonora Woodbury is coming to your office. Don't be late. Or waiting in her office. Don't be late. Cool. So we have to get psych evaled, which is wild. I need a drink. I can't talk anymore. My voice is shot. I'm just going to grab my water bottle. Hey, Miss Goldsmith. I need you to not sit where my feet have to go. The reason I've been calling my cat Miss Goldsmith is because that's who she's named after. Frances Goldsmith from The Stand by Stephen King, which is my favorite, second favorite Stephen King book. But there wasn't a, there's not really a character that I like, a female character in Stephen King books that I like more. Like the love interest in 11/22/63 is like a pretty compelling character, but like I don't even remember what her name is, and she dies. Spoiler. Sorry, ignore that. But yeah, Franny Goldsmith is my favorite Stephen King character. I also like the dude whose name I can't remember, like the lead in The Dead Zone. He was pretty cool, but again, not a girl. Can't name a girl cat after a boy character. Cat Treasury doles out 90 grand for mayor's birthday. That's insane. City Treasury. Did I say Cat Treasury? City Treasury. 6 new restaurants appear in the city by year's end. That's exciting. And Mysterious Robespierre announces political ambitions. That's cool. I'd vote for Robespierre. Not true. Not true. All right, here's Dr. Eleonora Woodbury. Mr. Boyd, this is a very simple test. I'll show you a card with an abstract image. Just look at them and tell me what you see. A man taking a handful of tablets in a barn. That's me. A man going back to his house. A woman decorating a Christmas tree. A man giving a woman a Christmas ornament. The woman dropping the Christmas ornament. Pieces of Christmas ornament all over the floor. The man yelling at the woman. This is just the story of why my wife left. The woman slapping the man. The man pushing the woman. The woman falling over with the Christmas tree. Thank you for your time, Mr. Ward. I will inform you about the test results in the coming days. We might get fired for being for basically just talking through all of our like major issues, but whatever. Shea Broom reelected as Freeburg General Attorney. Major businessmen ready to invest in the future of the city. No black employees at City Hall. Mayor says accident. Yeah, the mayor's a fucking asshole. He told me to fire all the black employees like 3 days ago. Stovall, you can absolutely go home. You need the rest. I can't stripe you. I'm going to stripe Birch Jr. I know that's insane, but maybe being striped, he'll be better and less of a hindrance, which is, I think, good. All right, let's run a different record today. We'll run this one with a train, also by Turk Murphy. It's going to suck if this whole video gets DMCA'd. A few months ago, an unregistered feminist organization appeared in Freeburg. Today, they're holding their first protest. As far as we know, the organization is backed by foreign sponsors, and their goal is to get their people into important positions in City Hall. Protests may escalate into something more serious, and this is from City Hall. And we need to show them who's in charge. Use batons, tear gas, even firearms if necessary. Let's show them what intimidation looks like up close and personal. We won't be doing that. Nope, we won't. We will not be doing that. Eliminate the Red Mask Gang. Tomorrow is the deadline. Fuck. Yep, Shaw, rip in peace. See you later. And then, Mr. Boyd, your psyche's in good shape. My only concern is your stress level. My research shows that Beethoven's music soothes and relaxes the nervous system. I recommend you invest in a bit of good old Ludwig van. It will help any violent urge you may be feeling. Sure. We are not sending anyone here. About 50 women are gathering in the park chanting, "Let us be successful." You have to send 4 officers and SWAT. Are you sure you don't want to send any officers? Yes. You are allowed to protest. Jack, you swore an oath to serve the city. If you can't keep your promises, we can't keep ours. I'm not shutting down a feminist protest. It's just not going to happen. Hostage situation. Yikes. A dissatisfied client has entered some law offices with a pistol. SWAT. Took several employees hostage and demanded a meeting with the firm's partners. Oh, okay. They sucked up all my money and my son still went to jail. That sucks. We're going to send the Brew Crew to come down and deal with you. Why do we have so few officers on this? Oh, because I let Stovall stay home. Can we hire any more? Wait, what are our officer situations look like? Oh, wait, we have too many. Oh, wait. We have too many officers. And not... First of all, this is wrong. This is not... Oh, because we need to DeBrito... Which shift is this? This is A. I fucked up. I didn't double shift DeBrito. We'll move him back to shift B. No. We keep him on shift A, and then we move him to shift B tomorrow. Because he's on shift A, so he's working right now. So we fucked that up. But that's okay. Moser, you know what? We'll move you to shift B. DeBrito we need to fuck with him more to get him days off. I also can fire him for being old. Wait a second. Goodbye. You're gone. And then we need a shift A detective. How about Cynthia Ames, who's amazing? Yeah, welcome to the show. Fun to fire old people for being bad at their jobs. Not gonna lie. And then our detectives on this case, we can stick Ames on it as well. We really, really need to get the frames we need today. Rabinovich Casino at 1240, 8 grand. Yeah, we'll let that go. Rabinovich Casino at 1240 for 8 grand. There's an arson, and we have no officers who are able to do this. So we're going to move 2 detectives off of this. Ideally ones who are working today, which I can't remember which ones were. Okay, I have to click this again and do some math. All right. Mosley, or no, Beasley, DeBrito, who is being fired, so we don't want to use him. We're going to take Moser and Mai off of... We're going to take DeBrito and Mai off. Lead... Okay, wait, I need to take them off. So, investigations, detectives. DeBrito off and Mai off. And then we'll send this... I don't know that I can make DeBrito the lead detective because he's going to be fired, and I think that will blow up the investigation. So we'll do this instead. We have... Alright, so we have people where they need to be right now. How do we do on the hostage situation? Given that we sent 4 good cops and the SWAT team, I figure we did well. Yeah, we did. Alright, we're not fucking with this Rabinovich Casino shit because that is Christopher Sand, and we're his best friend now because we're corrupt. Alright, our arson investigation has started. We don't have the frames. We'll read through this once we have the frames. But, you know, Jack Boyd, our lead, talked about his whole 80-20 thing. What is this? We're installing a new slot machine called Super Madeline 3. The last time we put in a new one of the bigger kids almost broke it on the first day. It would be great if you could send a couple people to keep this under control. Yep. We'll send the crappy ones. Thank you, Christopher Sand. I appreciate your $8,000. And then... Okay, that's bad. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. We got a civilian killed because we didn't send officers. Oops. Yikes. So it seems like whether or not there will be fatalities is based on how much we get paid. Because like we got paid $4 grand for the other one, and like it was just like a robbery and nothing really bad happened. But yeah. The pregnant girl called in a report on a suspicious gynecologist who she met at reception. The doctor was behaving very strangely and was attempting to persuade the girl into having an abortion, though she was already 5 months pregnant. Through streaming tears, she explained, the doctor said that for only $10,000, he would save me from the parasite inside my body. Nordlander, Robbins. How'd we do on this? Everything went great. And they came back. Oh, cool. And we got $2 grand. That's awesome. So we got paid and neither of our officers went home, which is pretty cool. How's our investigation going? I'm losing my mind here. We don't have the right frames, which is bad. Like, this isn't right, and there's no way that I can make it right. And these pinned ones don't move. This does feel correct because it's one dude entering a restaurant, but the other two do not seem correct. Disorderly conduct in the ghetto. Housewife Takira Montez often complains about to the police about her neighbors. They're constantly making a racket and often get into fights. She's always refusing to discuss things with their neighbors. She called the police again today after hearing loud bangs in an apartment along with loud screams. According to her, about 6 or 7 people live there. Are Grant and Nordlander on the way home or on the way out? They're on the way... Oh, but Birch is on the way home and so is Grant. So we'll send you and you and you. We want to send as many officers... Oh, here we go. The doctor spots the police, grabs a scalpel and shouts, "Come on, I'll release your souls from this filthy world." We're going to hit him with the taser. Fun fact, hitting him with the taser, coolest thing. Like, awesome. Love it. Like... I'm a big fan of the taser because at the end of the day, the taser sucks and it sucks to get hit by the taser, but nobody dies when you get hit by the taser. But like nobody gets shot when you get hit with the taser. We're about to bring in a large shipment of alcohol, but we've heard that our new partners like to play tough. Yeah, okay. Birch and Grant, go ahead and help. We're mobbed up. That's what we're doing. And we have Robbins. Oh. So we can either retreat or send new officers, and we have no officers. So we will just... We're going to refuse, and we're going to see how they did. They probably failed. Never mind, I'm actually cracked. I'm insane. Turns out 3 good officers, you don't need 2 more. And we have Robbins and Nordlander to use later.
611 in progress.
There was a rape. That's pretty uncool, but we'll have all of our officers back to deal with it. How many people do we need? 3? Yeah, we'll wait. Because we're going to wait and send, like, Samadhi and Nordlander and Robbins, I think is the move. Arson. We got more frames for the arson. We do not have what we need. Let's read about this and see what frames we're looking for. The incident occurred during a screening of the Jim Jarmusch film Stranger Than Paradise. The screen is ruined and members of the audience suffered minor injuries in the panic, but fortunately no one was seriously hurt. The usher said, "I remember a girl with bright red hair." Okay, that's good. "I sold her a ticket after the show started, although I usually don't do that. She was really nice and I noted a bottle in her hand, but I thought it was soda. I wouldn't think such a pretty young lady would come to the movies with anything hard." Yeah, that's a Molotov cocktail. Oh. These 2 frames are the same thing. This is her throwing a bottle, and this is her using a flamethrower, which is not what she had. I sat in the last row. A few minutes after the film started, I heard someone entering and slammed the door. I was going to say something because I don't like when someone distracts me from Jarmusch's vision. Then I saw a flash of fire and a flaming bottle threw straight at the screen. When the screen caught fire, I thought it must be part of the show. That's insane. You know what I heard? That Jim Jarmusch guy is from a nut house. When the fire started, I immediately started looking around for a way out, and that's when I spotted her, the redheaded fool. She ran away quick, and there wasn't time to do anything. We need a frame of her running away. That's what we need. How'd we do on the sale of stolen goods? Oh, we got more stuff. We got more stuff. I'm the GOAT? I'm actually insane. I'm cracked. I'm the best police officer on God's green. We will send Nordlander and Vandal. They're our best officers. We don't have SWAT because we already used them, but we're going to send our best officers. Hopefully that'll be enough. And then for this one, this is a crime in progress, a rape. We're going to send you and you and you. Huge pog. Holy shit. That's electric. So if we bring her in, we're going to get 20 Gs. We already have 23 Gs. We're gonna be up to 43 Gs. We're already well on our way to the... How do we do? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right, so we took the gang out. That's electric. And the mayor's happy. Jack, keep up the good work. We'll make sure your final days of Freeburg PD are much more comfortable. Sick. That's huge. So that's great. This is the rape. Was that Francis moving around back there? Yeah, it is. Okay, fine. I want to make sure it's not my girlfriend coming into the apartment. The door to one of the rooms on the second floor is standing ajar, and through it you can see a large man holding a crying girl by the neck. He is striking her in the face and shouting, "Shut up, you whore! I paid you, now keep quiet." We're gonna whack this guy in his knees. The girl managed to escape, but her pimp leaps for the man, and another fight breaks out. We're gonna use pepper spray. The pimp shoves the man away and suddenly jumps out the window. Run down the stairs. We're not gonna jump out the window. That's insane. Like that. No, we're not gonna jump out of a window to catch a guy, and we're certainly not gonna shoot him in the back. I think we won. I think we had a good day today. 43 grand is huge too. That's enough money that we can really like if something comes up with us fucking with the mob, we should have enough money to deal with it. Like we should be able to kill our officers or, you know, pay them off or whatever. Like I think we should be able to like handle that shit. Boss, I quit. I want to spend more time with my family. Good riddance. You were not very good anyway. Also, you're on the shift that I needed to transfer people around on anyway. DeBrito has been fired. And we now have equal officers. We have equal staff on both shifts. That's what I need. You are tired, though. So you... Oh, no, that's who just went. So I can't order you to work tomorrow. Tomorrow, I need to order you to work tomorrow. No. You're going to B shift. I don't want you to do that because B shift works tomorrow. Whatever. We'll figure it out. Eventually, we're going to have to transfer someone from shift to another shift. But we want to transfer them when they're already on their day off. We don't want to transfer them when they're working because if we transfer them when they're working, they end up going to they work the next day. And then if they work the next day... Francis? Hi. What are you doing? Give me a second, chat. Francis is here. Hi. I'd like for you to move. I really don't want you to sit right in between me and the camera, if at all avoidable. Ooh, you're so happy. I'm just gonna pet her for a minute. I will play more of the game momentarily. But she's... Oh, is she gonna move? She is gonna move. What a good girl. Oh my god, you're gonna sit there on the desk next to me? I love you. I love you more than life itself. You're my favorite cat, even though you're really dumb. Cool. If she's gonna sit here and not chew my cables, I'll just let her. Chinese gang operating under Boyd's nose for years. What the fuck? We just took the gang down. Representative of Orthodox Church may appear in Freiburg. Fine. Local resident denounces mayor for theft of antique necklaces. Okay. Is she purring? I can't hear. A little bit. I was up last night reading a detective story called The Last Temptation of Neptune. I didn't have time to get to the ending. I'm almost certain the killer was the general, the house cat, you know? I simply cannot rest until I know for sure. Can I go home and finish reading the book? Absolutely not. You cannot read a book on your day. You can read it after work. All right, we're going to rip the third record we've got here. Clarinet Sugared by Bob Barnard. I'm already happy. We got this. All right, so what I need now is I need to go to affairs. I need to go to the police station and our shifts. And we're currently on shift B. So I want to move you to shift B so you don't come in tomorrow when you rest. You, same. Move to shift B. Now you guys, I'm going to move you to shift A because you're well rested. Stop. Stop it. Stop. Stop it. Stop it. All right, you're dead. Cool. Get off the desk. Get off the desk. Get off the desk. She was chewing on my microphone. So if we move Armstrong and you to shift A, you will each eat 1 pip of health. You will actually be in trouble. We're not going to move you to shift A. You're going to take another day of rest and we'll move you tomorrow to shift A. This is frustrating. But this is not good. This is bad. This is extremely bad. We only have bad detectives to hire for Asano, who is slightly better. Where do we want you? We probably want you to start tomorrow, or we want you to start in 2 days rather than tomorrow. So, just to give you the chance to rest before you start. So what we're going to do here is we're going to send you to shift A, no, we're going to send you to shift B, because you won't come in today, you'll come in 2 days. I'm just trying to manage these people's health, because like, today is shift B. If we move these people to shift A, they won't come in tomorrow, so they'll gain 2 pips, so he'll be all good, and she'll be at middle range, so then we'll have to flip her again. City Hall, oh, we can ask for stuff. Kind of need more detectives. Excuse me. We have a lot of detectives, actually. We'll just... No, because the speed matters. And the officers, we always seem to have enough. We will ask for another detective. Edward Vasilev is today a hero, having pulled drowning Senator Wallace Green from the river. The municipality, on the senator's recommendation, has decided to award the outstanding officer. The ceremony is scheduled for 27th. The event will be open to the press as well as Mr. Green's family, who wish to personally make sure nothing unusual happens to this officer, so he'll be able to attend the ceremony and receive his... Okay, so I need to not let Vasilev die, so we're going to only send him on, like, low worry stuff. We might just not send him at all. Attempted murder in the suburb. Sometimes your officer will arrest only 1 or 2 criminals. When you're taking down a whole group, it's better to bring a paddy wagon. A true professional staff can cope without the need for special transport, but most officers prefer a paddy wagon when the situation calls for it. Too bad the department doesn't have money for one. Okay, so we need the paddy wagon, and we could have requested it, but we already sent in our request. So we'll send Koizumi, because this is a big job, and he's our best guy. But, yeah. Come on, Koizumi, I believe in you. A black gangster hit one of our shops. It's too much for us to deal with right now. Can you help? Sure. I don't know that the fact that he's black is important here, but I'm going to send Vasilev, because these are generally safe. I don't want to send out our best officers if we can avoid it. Oh, okay. So we need more people here. I'm not going to send everyone. I'm going to send Austin and Koshi. Because I need Purdy and Yancey for if we have more officers and stuff. We shouldn't have sent these people to the sands, but we have no choice now. This is where we're at. So we'll send reinforcements, and hopefully that'll make a difference. Alright, sand stuff, how'd we do? Oh, this is a different thing than what I thought it was going to be. Courthouse at 18:30, $6,000. We will allow that to go. So 6 hours from now, at 18:30 at the courthouse, we need to send no one. Because Christopher Sand is our fucking dude. Noise complaint at the sawmill. Attempted murder. How'd we do here? Fucking nailed it. Okay, this one needs 4. We're going to hold on this one because they might be able to get back in time, and they definitely will. Yeah, so let's send some more people. An elderly man called the police station reporting terrible screams. Have been coming from the sawmill for over an hour. The hell is going on? What's a guy got to do to get a little sleep out around here? You might go check it out. This feels like a fake, but the fact that it's a 4-alarm fire means that I have to send 4 officers. I'm just afraid. Okay, large fleet of vehicles, and I wanted to organize a workshop for my new drivers. They have to learn how to behave on the roads here. Patrolmen will never even need to look twice at our cars. Please send 3 of your best officers. They'll ride all day with my people and explain the intricacies of traffic flow and police monitoring. I've heard about the problems your department faces, particularly obviously fleet of police vehicles, so in return I'll give you a paddy wagon. Hey, yo! We need officers. We need these ones to go. Because, like, we definitely want that. We'll send Yancey, Austin, and Kochi. We can't send Koizumi to stuff like this because he's so valuable. Like a 480, he's by far the best officer on our squad. We have a drugstore robbery, and no one is on their way back yet.
Officer on scene. Looks like we have a situation here.
A hysterical man is threatening a young boy with a circular saw. The man is screaming hysterically. I think we just shoot him. No, we'll raise the gun and order him to release. How do we do? Civil. Come on. All right, that worked. That's pretty rad. This drugstore robbery we're not going to have enough people for. So we're just going to have to send Koizumi alone. An emergency call was received from an all-night drugstore. An addict has attempted to gain unlawful entry. He violently threatened a female pharmacist, demanding she open the cabinets. 1 perp means we can probably handle it with 1 dude, especially when it's Koizumi and he's like our goat. Maybe it'll ask us for backup, which would be great because we have, like, there will be time for that. Okay, and actually we're not sending to the next thing because it'll be 18:30 at the courthouse, and we're not doing that. Dude, it's a homicide. We unfortunately can't send anyone because that's Christopher Sand's people. Hey, so Koizumi is actually the GOAT. He's disgusting. He's actually electric. I kind of want to send people here. It's just like, it's during sentencing, a serial killer by the name of Albert Ramirez seized a gun from the holster of the bailiff, and after shooting several witnesses, barricaded himself in the courtroom. A young stenographer has been taken hostage. We gotta send. So I appreciate that Christopher Sand is who he is, but like this is not a situation wherein we can't allow him to have a serial killer get away. Like, that's not acceptable. Especially when there's a civilian on the line. Like, it's just not, that's just not our tempo. We have an assault in a residential area, and we have no one to send. We can't send more people, because I need to send someone to this other call. Yeah, so Christopher Sand is pissed. Jack, we don't know why you did it, but we hope you had a good reason. Don't forget who your friends are. We don't want any more trouble. Yeah, some of the job we don't have to do every of the Christopher Sand jobs. We sent 1 guy to this. Koizumi might die here. That would really, really suck because he's by far our most senior officer. Oh, we got frames. This feels like it should be right. Bought the ticket. I don't think we have the right frames for this yet. I think we need to like let it go even longer.
We've got a situation here.
The victim is bound, lying on the floor. The assailant is sitting on top of him, waving a syringe filled with an unknown substance. A bottle of bleach on the floor nearby. That's bad. We're gonna try to convince him, because he's crazy. He has a tinfoil hat on. We're gonna try to convince him to do this. He jumped up. Everything's written in here. All the damn evidence needed. I created these medications to control our minds. Yeah, we just tricked him. He said, "Come to the police station. We'll talk about it." And instead, we just arrested him. I think we're going to have more assignments. Oh, we're not. Okay. So we pissed off Christopher Sand a little bit, but that's okay, because we don't have to do everything he asks us. We just have to do some of the things he asks us. Moser, you're not working tomorrow. Armstrong is, because they are not. I hate this fucking... The way that you manage the people in their, like, health bars and stuff is really, like, annoying and difficult. All City Hall employees awarded company cars for personal use. Fuck off. I'm a City Hall employee. Small drug dealers invade Freeburg. Freeburg to host semifinals of Youth Hockey League. Okay. That is not a company car. That is my shitbox from before. I was up all night reading an exciting... This is the same book. You cannot skip work to read. Yeah, Stovall, you have been calling out of work a lot lately, but city officials want to demolish my house because of some bureaucratic error. If I don't resolve the problem today, my family's going to have to find another place to live. Can I have the day off? Yeah, like absolutely, yeah. You can go defend your house from being knocked over. That's chill. I fuck with that. That's allowed. All right, first thing we got to do is when this shift start, other than choosing the music, actually, we're going to just go to the map this time. First thing we got to do here is we got to fuck with we got to figure out, we have a request. We now can hire a detective. That's big. Peter Vickers is about 2,000 pounds, but we'll be hiring him immediately. Oh, this is our backlog that like has the, interesting. So, okay, you're still tired? Okay, well, you're going to move to shift A, and you're good. You can stay here. And that's good, because Ames will come. Ames, by the way, 3-star general over here. She's going to come over to this shift. So we'll have 3 here. We'll have 3 here, but they're not as good. These 3 will be kind of better, because, like, Mai is trash. So we're going to go to our labor market and hire you for shift B. That works. Cool beans. He'll be on shift B. You're gonna move to shift A, which means that you won't work today, which means you should get your energy back. I don't know why you have no energy. I'm frustrated with the fact that you have no energy. Everyone else on the squad seems to be managing it fine, but I hired you and you had 1. Like, what are you like? Are you allergic to whatever? Beasley and Armstrong get to work. Mass shooting at the Octopus restaurant. An unknown person walked in and this evening killed 7 people involved in the Bloody Shirt film franchise. Okay, so he hates movies. Good to know.
811 in progress.
Classic Redditor energy, killing the people who made the movie because you don't like the movie. Bill Buckler reports 2 identified men snuck onto his farm and set fire to the barn. As the call came in, the 2 criminals were attempting to gain entry to the house. We'll send some beefies here. We'll send you and you and you, and that should be fine. Birch Jr. is about to get up to 150, which is big. He'll become, like, cromulent. And Nordlander's really coming into his own. At 430, he's the second best police officer we have. Second or third best. Somebody keeps skipping work, and if he skips work again, I'm gonna have to fire him, and I don't want to, but... Alright, I'm at... Okay, so this sucks. We need 1,000 frames for this one. So we don't even have to read about that yet, because we're not there. Our investigations, our arson... We can add a zillion detectives to this. Like, we can add... Wait a second. I'm on Shift A. Okay, wait, I need to deal with this first. The front door has been broken down. Shadows lurk inside. We'll hit him with the... We're gonna go... No, we'll go through the back door. That feels smart. Yeah, alright, we got him. We're done. Affairs. I gotta figure this shit out. It's Shift A right now. You are working Shift B and we'll move to Shift A. That is fine. Who is on the current shift? Beasley and Armstrong. That's fine, but that's not what I want. I want everyone who's not assigned to be working on the other case. So if I go to investigations, this arson, I want all the detectives who are not currently assigned to work this case. You're being fired. I don't know why you're still even here. I don't know how are you not fired yet? That's insane. Drug addict attempted to hide an expensive bottle of liquor under his jacket. When he was caught, he began to throw a fit. Vandal, Grant, rip it. Grip it and rip it. Let's go. We have Daniel, who skipped work for... He was just, like, sick or drunk or something. This is Chris Sand. We'll send you Birch Jr. One of our new guys tried to rape an accountant. We locked him in a hotel room, and he's threatened to hand our whole organization over to the police. I think it's time he talks to a police officer face to face. We'll send BJ to deal with that.
911.
How do we do on the theft? I'm pretty sure we nailed it. I feel like when you send 2 cromulent officers, like if you send officers that are all good enough to a call, I think generally it goes fine. City Center at 1839 for $1,000. This is probably not a big deal, so we'll let him run it because it's only $1,000 that we'd be getting, but like it's more that we just want to score points with them, and because it's only $1,000, it's probably not that serious of a crime.
412 in progress.
Assault with a deadly weapon. Skinhead attacking a dark-skinned valet, striking him around the legs, yelling, "I'll beat you till you're dead, freak. No shit, I'm gonna do it." She believes she saw a pistol. Okay, he has a gun. Nordlander, Vandal, Samity, Grant. 2 awesomes, 2 okays. And BJ's back. That's good. So we have 3 officers as needed. We need to not deal with them. I can't remember. Wait, let's... Affairs. No. No. What fucking button is it, man? Here we go. City Center, 1839. Got it. That's like right now. It's about to pop up, and there it is.
410 a.m.
Assault with a deadly weapon needs more people. Gladly. Because we're not going to send anyone to this, so... Oh, what is this crime, actually? Expensive suit is lying in the street. It seems he's been shot, but no one saw who shot him or from where. The man is alive, and an ambulance is on the way. Hopefully, we're not going to catch the guy, but hopefully the ambulance being on the way already means that he survives. That feels kind of bad, but, like... I don't want to fuck with Chris Sand 2 days in a row.
410 complete.
A G, and did he die? Damn it. Damn it.
412.
And we locked this down, but it took our entire fucking squad to do it.
910
And now we have no one for an attempted robbery until... I think they're going to get back in time. We only need 2 for this one. 8-year-old Kevin is home alone, hiding under his bed. Unknown persons are gathered outside the apartment door. We're going to send people to this, but it feels like it's probably not like a real thing. I mean, if it is, more power to Kevin for calling us, but who knows? So for this one, we're going to send... I don't want to send Nordlander. That seems overzealous. We'll send 2... we'll like ranked officers. Because we need to get Birch Jr. to get better. That's really a big thing here. Is like he's kind of so shit right now that we really need him to get more useful. Arson, no frames. That's unacceptable. Yeah, we just don't have what we need. Like, we simply don't have what we need here. Mass shooting. Do we get any new frames for this? We did, but 3 is not enough. So we can't. We don't need to touch that investigation until. We don't need to touch that investigation until. We don't need to touch that investigation until we have enough frames to solve it. It seems like this is pretty serious, so we'll send Nordlander and Samedi. That seems fine. It's already 1 in the morning, so this is probably our last call. I probably could have sent better officers, but whatever. Good on Kevin for calling us if this was actually a scary, serious situation. That's vibes. How long have I been live? 2 hours and a half? We're going to call it soonish. Not soon, but soonish. How do we do on the attempted robbery? Considering we sent additional resources, I think that we're fine. Cool beans. Armstrong is on shift A. I can't ask him to work tomorrow. You're moving to shift A, which should get you a day of rest. That's fine. Oh, cutscene. God, I love that we're just the world's fattest man.
Corrupt official. I had to give up some of my favorite habits. I couldn't turn off my phone when my head ached. Couldn't sleep till noon on Saturday and let the rest of HQ take up the slack. No more days off to go fishing. But my weekly visit to the old Colony Club was more like tradition. 1 night a week, I absorbed cigar smoke, the vague smell of alcohol, the stench of urine, all mixed with toxic levels of old drunken belches. Same picture it was 30 years ago. Tradition's gotta be honored. And to stay faithful to the tradition, you've got to respect the standard rituals. When you're about to roll out of the club, you need to take a deep breath and count to 100. If your stomach doesn't do a backflip, you should be good to make it home. This time, I only got up to 60. I was interrupted.
Why? You look even better than you do on TV.
There's nothing more impolite than approaching people in the alley at the old Colony. This is the most private place in the city. All who enter here dirty their shoes with the most elite stream of vomit in Freeburg. This asphalt has been blessed by judges, lawyers, artists, businessmen, and all our politicians. Takes a lot of balls to crash the party. My head was a drunken haze, but I knew who he was. A cartoon gangster suit straight out of Dick Tracy. Fancy voice, fruit cologne, sassy strut. That's how the newspapers described Vikas Varga, rising star in Freeburg's criminal underworld. He appeared out of nowhere, and with the support of the local punks, Varga broke all the old rules of organized crime. He killed those who could not be killed, traded what could not be traded, and robbed those who could not be robbed. In just a single month, this man had gathered an incredible amount of power.
Interesting. This is a gang war situation.
He's been called everything from a clown to a madman to a criminal genius, and more often than not, he's called a low-class upstart short on ideas. But if Vargas was one of the old crime bosses, he'd have been cut into pieces and fed to the river. Look past this guy's arrogance, and there's something about him. The city is still deciding what to do with him. Meanwhile, he's burning down the houses of old city mobsters. Not the best time to talk, Mr. Varga.
Well, you know my name. I'm flattered, although not very surprised, to be honest. I might be a little short on manners.
Sorry, I keep eating. I'm hungry.
Like they say in your fair city, with the right manners, you can go anywhere. Well, I don't want to go anywhere. I want to stay right here.
Even the criminal world needs manners, Mr. Varga. And one of them is this. Don't interfere with a drunken cop who's trying to take a shit and puke at the same time.
Oh, you exaggerate. But is Freeburg always so gentle with its officers? You've been a bit roughed up lately.
I see you already know Freeburg quite well, Mr. Varga.
Well, I love to learn and look around, but I do know that the inhabitants of this fair city should be friends, Jack. Maybe it's true I don't have the best manners. After all, it's only polite for friends to share their phone numbers.
Wow, what an asshole.
This city of yours moves so fast. I feel like I'm hooked on amphetamines all over again. You wake up in the morning full of ideas, and by nightfall, you've all had each other killed. So don't wait too long to call. I don't mind if you're drunk. It's all the more fun. I'll be stoned myself, most likely. Hell, I'm a little stoned right now. It's the only way to live in this place. I like your city, Jack. I'm here to stay.
I don't like this guy. I like the old world mentality of Christopher Sand. Like, I like that he's like...
the phone number written on my arm, I probably wouldn't have remembered the conversation.
I prefer his manner of dealing.
Don't worry. I'd be getting a reminder soon.
Interesting news headline articles. What do we got here? Is my wife back? No. Sorry. What's going on?
My morning ritual was plagued by the
loading.
smell of Vickers Varga's fruity cologne. It was like the sharp citrus scent was chasing me around the house, as if Vickers was right there in my living room. When I finally realized the smell was coming from a big basket of oranges, it didn't put me any more at ease. I'd opened my door to lots of threatening mail, evidence of criminal wrongdoing, even a dead ferret or two. But fruit? Never. You the fruit guy?
Excuse me?
Was it you that brought the basket of oranges?
Nah, it was here when I arrived.
Fine. So who are you?
Today, I'm your driver.
And where are we driving?
To work.
That's it?
Yeah, we have to make an important stop along the way.
Where?
The ranch.
What ranch?
Just the ranch.
Fine.
This guy works for Sands. Excuse me.
The morning seemed surreal, and I took in the magic. Why wreck it with meaningless chatter? As my tight-lipped chauffeur drove an hour through God knows where, I started to feel like I was in the middle of a bad dream, probably lying bloody and concussed in the alley behind the old Colony Club, my nose buried in a rotten orange peel. But no, this was no dream. The silence was real, the sound of the engine was real, the dust was real enough too. And there was the ranch over the horizon. It all seemed familiar. The Sand family's overbearing mansion has been the talk of the headlines for decades, but few have managed to get closer than a few miles. I guess I'm just lucky.
We're in the hornet's nest now. It's a lot of animal rugs. It's like a lot of animal rugs. Like, he's got 4 of them right there. That's crazy. Oh, I guess he's a hunter. And he likes boats, I guess.
I didn't know you took private meetings, Mr. Sand.
Only if I expect good company.
I'm surprised my company ranks at all.
Today, yes. Today is a special day.
So it seems.
Do you often go to the old Colony Club, Jack?
All the time.
Every week.
Meet any interesting people there?
He knows that
As
I'm
a
at
rule,
Sands.
no.
Or that I'm at Varga.
Sometimes you make a date, right? Sometimes make new friends.
Sometimes, I guess. But that's not why I go.
And why?
I consider it a hobby.
A hobby. Do you know anything about my hobbies?
Well, judging by the half-dozen animal skins I stepped on walking over here, it's not much of a reach to say you like hunting.
Love it. Well, I say that now. It seemed so tedious when I was a child, took ever so long. But now I'm older. I've developed a new talent.
What talent is that?
Patience. The will to wait for the right moment. Let's say you want a deer. You know, you deserve it. You've even decided what dishes its meat will go to and where you'll mount its horns. But to get that deer, you've got to wait. To sit in the bushes and stay nice and quiet. Professional hunters will tell you that the hunt is a rare craft. There are many rules. It's shrouded in mystery and ancient skill. Well, that's all complete nonsense. To get a deer, you just sit on the sidelines for a long enough time, pinpoint the moment when it's finally time to shoot. I learned the talent, Jack, but not like you, oh, Jack. You truly are the master.
I don't understand.
Oh, come on, Jack. I know about the $500,000. I know your plan. Kendrick told me everything.
I'm already 10% of the way there. Which, to be fair, I'm not on. I'm actually on pace. Because it's only been like 12 days.
Why you decided to just become the foliage. You turned yourself into a bush, surrounded by deer who've been so fruitfully multiplying for decades. But all this time you've held your rifle at the ready. Forgive an old man his imagery, Jack. I've the heart of a poet, I confess.
Look, I don't know what was said between you and Kendrick, but it sounds like you got it wrong.
We shouldn't lie to this guy. It just doesn't seem like intelligent
and I think we understand each other quite well. Jack, in the coming war, we'll make excellent partners.
What war?
One war falls upon every generation. My grandfather drove out the Ambersons back when he was 27. My father destroyed that.
There's a beeping noise that is happening either in or around my apartment that you can't hear, but I can.
69, I'd begun
and I
to
can't tell if it's in the game or
me
not.
over.
I don't think it's in the game.
But my time has come at last. Tomorrow, Vicus
I have no idea what it is
declares
that's beeping,
war,
but...
And I'm obliged to answer.
So, we're talking about Varga now.
I don't know how he thinks. I don't even know whether he plans his actions or not. I can't divine his purpose. Hell, I don't even know where he comes from. He's a man not of our breed, wouldn't you say? But when he arrived here, I invited him in, told him we could work together. An official invitation penned in my own hand and written on some very expensive paper. And can you imagine his reply?
It's in the game.
A fruit basket. What sense can be made of such a message?
I guess it means whatever you want it to.
Precisely.
Yeah, it's in the game.
I'm late for work, Mr. Sand.
You know, Jack, I could just give you $500,000 right now, cash, whatever denominations you like. But I would never insult you so. If I went
I'd be happy to be insulted for $500,000.
I wouldn't want someone else to shoot it for me. I understand you, Jack. And I'll never ask you for anything that's contrary to your nature. Just think about our conversation. Think about it. And call me.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to work with him. I'm not going to work with Varga because I don't want to be involved with two different mobs. I would like to stick with the one that I've got. And this guy seems to be more measured and he has more experience. He's been the crime boss forever. So, like, I trust him to not fuck me more than I trust Varga, who's been here for, a few months.
It's a whole new life, and I've had to give up some old habits. One of them, keeping away from things that don't concern me. Now I can't afford the luxury. This spotlight I'm under, concerns is all I got.
Yeah, we're helping Sand. It just is my vibe. It makes more sense. Vicus Varga is like a new upstart, and so I don't trust his ability to like manipulate the police. I mean, I am the police, but like I don't trust his ability to like keep things on the down low, avoid involving the FBI or Enrico and that sort of stuff. Like Sand, has been here forever. So like it makes more sense to me that like he is capable, like he knows which squeaky wheels to grease in order to get what he needs done and not go to jail. Varga, I have far less confidence in his ability to handle. We just dialed a
Gentleman's
rotary
boy.
phone. Vickers, you motherfucker. Moser and Meyer both kind of healed up, which is pretty swag. I'm very happy about that. We're going to start this day, run this day, and then at the end of this day, I'm probably going to jump off. Because I'm just like, I got to eat something that isn't goldfish, and like I need to make dinner, and yeah. So we'll run this one, but we're probably not going to run many more after this. We might run 1 or 2, but probably not. All right, salary, City Hall, and I took care of the hero, so I need to not let Vasilev die today. That's important. Vasilev needs to survive. Eating goldfish much? I know, right? Isn't that fucked up? Excuse me. I want to check my affairs here. Okay, so Ames, no matter which shift I put her, like, if I move her shifts or whatever, she doesn't rest. So I need to just run her on the shift that she's on. Like, Vickers isn't here, which is fucking crazy. But, like, she I guess maybe it's because she's never worked a shift, but she doesn't get any health back. So I don't know what to do. So I'm going to just leave her where she is. We'll try to move her back and forth later, but, like, right now that does not appear to be working at all. Labor market. Ooh. You are better than some of our members. You are better than Alejandro. But I can't fire Alejandro. I could fire Vasilev, but I don't want to fire Vasilev today because he is kind of a problem. You, I think I can fire because you didn't come to work. Yeah, I can fire you legally, but you're a good detective. You're much better than Frank Drebin and Douglas Wolf, who are both of 100. They're basically useless. But, like, I'd love to hire Nicole Smith, but she's just... Or Patricia Anderson. Both good. Whatever. We'll see. Sand Ranch. We don't want any of that done yet, because we don't need any of our friends killed yet. Massive fight at the King Louis nightclub with the SWAT and the paddy wagon. Brawl broke out in the main hall involving over 20 men. We're not sending Vasilev to this because a brawl seems like a way that people could die. Several were wounded and lying on the dance floor. No one knows why the mayhem broke out. Kazumi, Kochi, Tsubaki, Alejandro, that should be fine. Alejandro's kind of a riskier, but she is ranking, which might make a difference. Like, I don't love to send 100 out on big job. Well, I guess on a big job she'll have less negative impact because she makes up a smaller percentage of the squad. I probably should have sent out a 5th person. I probably should have sent Austin out. But such is life. Can't win. We'll see how this goes. They want more. They can have more. Say hello to Flowers and Austin. You can have 2 more. That's all you get. Because I need to send people to this job. I need Purdy and Yancey to go here because I'm not sending Vasilev out today at all if I can avoid it. I should have read what that job was. I don't want to get into the habit of not reading the jobs because it kind of ruins the game. Like, you got to pay attention to what the actual job is. Because if you don't, like, what's the fucking point of this whole thing? Like, you're told a story through the jobs. Not really, but like a little bit, you know? They're not randomly generated. I know that for certain. Because that job at the beginning of the game with the... Oh, here we go. Boy is struggling on the ground, barely holding off an angry dog that's trying to grab him by the throat. Hit the dog with a taser, pull the collar, fire shots in the air. I kind of want to fire shots in the air. The dog lets the boy escape and its owner starts to flee. Borrow the girl's bicycle. Nice. How do we do with the massive fight? Everyone is good. Everyone is fine. Everyone is chill. Come back to base. Swag. We have a homicide at a church. We have 20 seconds to respond to it. I think Kochi, Kazumi, Tsubaki, Alejandro, Austin, Flowers, and Austin and Flowers will be back in time. So I think we'll have time to handle this call. I know that it's blinking. I know that it's blinking. I know that it's blinking. Let's rock and roll. Wow, it wants the whole team again. We don't have a SWAT. A parishioner Mariah Serpentine reports that the sound of gunshots inside the church. A bearded man in a hat entered the confessional, and then a minute later I heard a few gunshots. Then the man calmly left the booth, took off his hat and crossed himself and sat down on a pew. Okay, so you good, and then you and you and you, I guess. We only have Flowers left over, but Purdy and Yancey are almost home, so that should be fine. That is also far as fuck away, which is a problem. Attempted murder at St. John's. What do we got here? Linda Howard, her words slurred, said the dentist paralyzed her face during the latest visit. The monster struck me with some form of poison. Arrest him. We will send only one officer here because she's just pissed about Novocaine, and the dentist is not a problem. Hopefully. If she turns into a problem, we can... hopefully it'll let us send reinforcements, but I don't know. Nothing from Sand so far today. Alright, we're seeing how this job at the church goes. Is everyone alive? Everyone is alive. And we found non-automatic weapons. We're gonna bring them to the police station. We don't need the mafia to sell our guns right now. We don't take any hits for not doing it. We just take a financial hit. I would rather bring it back to the police station because if we're gonna work with the mob, we need to be good. We need to be good boys when we're not working with the mob. The girl was injected with normal painkillers. Yeah, obviously. Okay, cool. Why we only sent one officer because if you read the descriptions, generally you can figure out that it's not a big deal. Like she was injected with Novocaine and her face was paralyzed because that's what happens when you get injected with Novocaine. Christopher Sands Ice Arena. An ice cream vendor noticed a suspicious black bag which has been lying unsupervised on the bench for the last few hours. Yeah, we'll send out. We're towards the end of the day, so we'll send out just the dopest officers we have. We need to keep sending Alejandro because we need her to get better. But Koizumi, Kochi, and Purdy, that's like 1,000 total points on its own. It's like 1,100 total points on its own. So, like, that should be plenty. Like, the total number of points we're sending to this job is, like, almost 1,400. Like, we should be able to handle this. Because this is 605 plus 520 is 1125. Oh, here we go. We're going to stay back till the bomb squad arrives. Always. How'd we do on the arson? We got a new frame! We did it. I'm actually unbelievable. I'm the indefatigable GOAT at this game. We can go and arrest them whenever, but I don't really... Yeah, Maya's kind of a shitty detective, but we'll send you two and we'll rip-roar that. Because although that is not our ideal officer composition, I don't want the day to end and us have to wait till tomorrow because I think that there are time limits on this stuff. Once we get this done as well, I can't do anything. The day is over. So I'm glad I sent them. Because otherwise we have to wait till tomorrow. But I want to move the officers onto the other case. Officer caught, or offender caught. I keep reading that wrong. And we were able to arrest all suspects. Did your stats go from 100 to 240? That's my fucking guy. Okay, so being the lead detective on a case makes you get insane merit for that. That's electric. You are tired. I cannot make you work tomorrow, but you won't be as tired. You are tired. What is her deal? Is she anemic? Like, what's her problem? Corn monument to be demolished by summer's end. Unacceptable. Leave up the corn monument. City administration to finance dance festival. Francis Kendrick won't succeed Jack Boyd. I mean, yeah, he's gone. Like, he's in Montenegro by now. Or Zihuatanejo or whatever. He bailed. He's done. I'm too tired. I can hardly walk straight. Can I go home? Yeah. We need you to rest. I guess we needed her to actually work a shift to let her take a day off. I don't know. I want to keep going because we're going to the map this time, which means it's not another cutscene day, which is fine. Freiburg's first mafia war in decades has spread chaos across the streets. Major criminal gangs vie for power, and the outcome of the struggle is impossible to predict. One thing is certain, a couple weeks from now, only one family will rule the city. Yep, good work. So this is good. We curried favor with the mayor by keeping that guy alive. We just didn't send him on any missions, which is not great because he doesn't get any better, but it means he doesn't die. Stovall is maxed out. He's got all of his health back, which is extremely cool. A passerby rang the police when he saw a naked man running through the streets, pursued by a woman carrying a large kitchen knife. The woman was shouting, "I'll gut you, you fucking F-slur." We're going to send some pretty good officers on this bad boy. That looks fine to me. If they skip a day at work, do they get all of their health pills back? Because that would be crazy. I've been mismanaging that detective if that's the case. The Sands need help. They'll have it. We got to retarget our investigation. We need to put all detectives on this investigation because we want to find frames that we don't have right now. But we are always going to help the Sands, and we are never going to help Varga. So that's our spot right now. Whenever we have men to spare, we will help. All right, we dealt with this one. That was easy. Oh, we have a hit and run that we need to solve. We have no detectives on this. So if we go to our investigations, we need to take the ones from this shift, which means we can't take Beasley, but we can take Armstrong. I think. Yeah, because all the other ones are at home. Francis, you can't chew on the stuff. It's a criminal offense. It's a criminal offense. You can't chew on my items. It's against the law. I tuned back in to hear F slur Lamau. Yeah, I mean, we had to deal with a little problem involving someone was gonna gut someone with a knife, and she was calling him the F slur. A woman was chasing a man down the street, and the man was naked. So I assume that I was not dropped. Don't say that. All right, our hit and run investigation has started. We can't do shit until we get some frames, so we're not gonna mess with that for now. Mr. Sand's nephew looked out the window and saw Varga's men smashing one of his cars. Looks like someone needs to go remand them of the illegal behavior. Go ahead, Grant. We'll send you. But yeah, what I assume happened based on the story, it was a naked man was running down the street being chased by a woman with a knife, saying that she would gut him, F slur, which I think means that he was fucking her husband. Like, just reading between the lines on that one. All right, we got a girl entered Eddie's Burgers, ordered Diet Coke, and started shooting other customers with a handgun. The cashier called the police, and in the background there were gunshots. Meanwhile, the crazy young woman was shouting, "I hate fat people." We'll send some pretty good officers and a SWAT team, but we're not going to send everyone because we want to have at least 3 guys in reserve in case the Sands need 1 and in case we need Norlander and Vandal. All right, you have to go on the floor again. She will not stop eating my microphone. She desperately wants to chew on the wires. And that's not allowed. It's a criminal offense. It's okay. Kat Mackey has the pass, I'm pretty sure. I can only say it once per fiscal quarter because I'm only bisexual. So I'm only allowed to use the F slur once per fiscal quarter. So I get 4 a year, and that's it. Because I'm not fully gay. I'm only bi. So I don't get it all the time. I can only use it sometimes. So, yeah, that's where we're at right now. It's once per fiscal quarter. That's it. Four a year I get to use. And I'm only allowed to use them in like an affectionate way, not in a defamatory or mean way, because that's bad. And I can't. Okay, armed robbery. An alarm came from an armored truck. Armed men have blocked a street, shot out one of the truck's tires, and are attempting to seize bags of money. We'll send the good squad here. We're going to send our 3 best officers here. We could send... I don't think we need more because we do have 3 officers of rank that we're sending. But shot out the tires means that they have guns, which is bad. We should have sent SWAT, but we already used SWAT. All right, there was a close one. They're there, so let's see if they need more people. Hopefully not. Oh, there's a fight at the dump. The narrow street is blocked by 2 vans near the armored truck. 3 armed masked men have surrounded the truck, and one of them is carrying a blowtorch. On the roof of one van is a 4th criminal who shouts something to his accomplices as he sees you approach. We're going to say you're surrounded. Criminals take out their automatic weapons and open fire. Hide behind a patrol car and fire from cover. Feels like the move. No one's dead. No one's dead. All right. We need to send 4 here, but we don't have 4. Night watchman during his rounds followed some noises to discover homeless people fighting over a bundle that was lying on the ground. We'll just send who we have. The day is over. And if we get another call, and the other officers will be back soon because they didn't have to go very far. I gotta look at our affairs and see how people's rest is doing. You're home resting. You're home resting. These are all home okay. I mean, what I'm concerned about here more is our investigations. We have everyone on this mass shooting because I think that that's appropriate given it's a mass shooting. And then we have everyone here. No one is working on this, but once we solve the mass shooter, yeah. So I got distracted reading about Oklahoma City, which led to reading about Waco, which led to 4 other random ass raids. Yeah, mean slurs are bad. Affectionate slurs are peak. But dude, Waco's crazy. There's a really good TV show that they made out of it, like a dramatized, not documentary, but like a drama about the event that I think is meant to be like a historical fiction. I don't know if it's meant to be like a dramatized documentary or historical fiction. I don't know which it is, but it stars Taylor Kitsch as what's the guy's name? David Koresh, and it has the girl from Ozark in it, and both I think are really good in it. I haven't seen the whole thing. I think I've only seen the first episode, but it's apparently pretty good. And so that might be worth watching for the Waco stuff. But yeah, the Waco stuff's crazy. Like the Branch Davidians are nuts. It was totally like a wild. It's pretty wild shit that happened. Like it totally could have been avoided. Like the whole like shootout and fire and deaths and everything. It's pretty crazy. Like the whole thing could have probably been handled peacefully, but it is what it is. Because basically, like there was a oh, we need to send more people. Glad to do it. We'll send our best cops. We're sending over almost 1,000 more points to this investigation, which already has 700 points. Hit and run report. All right, we got new frames for the hit and run. Don't have enough to do. How do we do on the mass shooting? 3 new frames. All right, we have enough frames to solve this bad boy now because we have 6 frames. But we need to... Which terror attacks are canon to this game? Yeah, interesting. I don't know. Terrace K. I can't say that name. Krutskek. Terrace K, a restaurant patient, said, the guys at work wouldn't stop talking about that place. Everybody said I definitely had to try their octopus, so I booked a table as soon as I had a night free. Otherwise, it would have gotten uncomfortable at work. Even the interns had already tried the octopus. I'm a senior analyst, by the way. This guy sucks. And you wouldn't believe it, but the second before I placed my order, those flashy movie guys ordered the last octopus. I'm not a big fan of that kind of attitude. I'm just as important as they are. But what can I do? I had to order a Caesar salad, although against my policy to eat dishes named after losers. I'm happy. If I was happy eating Caesars and Napoleons, I'd still be a junior analyst. This guy sucks. Okay. Yeah, this is too much reading. Like way too much reading. Also, Caesar salads are good. Like, shut up. They're very good. And yeah, I know it's not named after Caesar because that's why it's spelled Cesar or whatever. It's a Spanish dish. It's not even an Italian dish. I'm just answering a text from my girlfriend. Give me 1 second. Sorry, just give me a second. I have to answer this. It's a real person, you know? This is weird. She like wants to come over, but she has a lot of things to say about it, which is fine. 1 second. Let me... Shit. I want to go to a comedy night tonight to see old Shrimpo, but shit's going to cost so much in Ubers. Anyone want a ride share? Sure, Uber can't be that much, right? No, dude, Uber in LA is fucking expensive. I just randomed the mass shooting without reading any of this stuff. We're gonna take that. I just kind of clicked around until I got it, which is kind of sick. We'll take those. 20 hours. I don't even think, like, I don't think you could do that. Like, I have taken Ubers very far before. Like, the most expensive Uber I have ever taken was I have taken an Uber from Stamford to Fenway Park, which, like, was not cheap. Like, it was like $200 each way. The reason I did that is because I bought tickets to a baseball game on the day of, just because I decided, fuck it, I'm going to sneak out of work. And I just went to a baseball game. But I realized after I bought the tickets that I couldn't take the train because there wasn't a train. So what I did was I was about to close my American Express Platinum card. And I had like I had hundreds of dollars worth of points on it. So I just used all those points to buy, like I converted all those points to Uber gift cards. And then, so I put like $700 worth of Uber gift cards on my Uber account. So my wallet was full of Uber gift cards. And then I want to wait until the useful people get back for this one, because we're gonna go deal with this today. But we need our good employees to get back. I'm afraid. Actually, no. Oh, you fucking suck. Shit. Jack, Varga is strong, but he can't compete on equal terms with the oldest criminal gang in Freeburg. Just make sure that Stan stays ahead on points and we'll have nothing to worry about. Fuck. So my place, the airport, which isn't that insanely far, is 140. Yeah, no, Ubers are expensive. Like, it's just the way that it works. But yeah, I took an Uber back and forth from Boston, 3 hours each way, just to go watch a Red Sox game, just using like all this credit that I wasn't going to use it. Like I just had Uber gift cards and I was like, fuck it, we'll just like we ball. That shit is, it gets pricey. I need Beasley to work tomorrow because I need to go get that. I need to end that investigation, and I can't end the investigation unless the commanding detective is on shift. Mayor's nephew expressed a desire to become Freeport PD shift. Fuck you. Crime rate increased by 31%. That's because of the mob war. Freeburg farmers report record harvest. Yeah, it's because the students help them. I'm jumping off soon, though. We're not going too many more days, because I know I said I was going to get off soon. Vasilev didn't come into work today? Cool. I drank too much. Can I go home? Yeah, you suck anyway. I should fire you, but whatever. Start the day. We go to the map, and the first thing we do is we go arrest. Yeah, we go here and we arrest with 2 good officers. And we go and let's fucking send SWAT as well. Who cares? This is a mass murdering. It's a mass murder, so yeah, we ball. And then also we go to affairs. We have to move that guy back to the shift, but that's bad. Did my microphone just fuck up? It sounds fine in my ears. I just heard the computer go bump. What I need to do here is go to the police station, and I need you to move to shift B, but I can't do it today. I have to do it tomorrow, because if I move you to shift B today, you'll be tired like forever. Because you're going to have 3 bars after the shift. So if I move you to the next shift, you'll have 2 bars, and you'll bounce between 2 and 3, which is not really what I want from you. Investigations. Wait, arrest the suspects. Oh, we're doing that. So let's move everyone to this now. Yeah, you all are now working on this because we don't need you on this now because, yeah, okay, good. So we should hopefully get the hit and run frames pretty quick. And we need to send someone for the Sands. We'll send our 3 weakest people because the quality of our employees does not matter to the Sands. It's just that we send them. We'll send Koizumi and Austin to this. Our mass shooting, we managed to successfully arrest everyone, and so those guys will be back soon. And Beasley is now up to 700. This guy is our GOAT. And Armstrong got a lot of stats on that as well. That's pretty swag. We're pretty happy about that. The mayor's press secretary loves choral singing. Today's her birthday, so please send men with good voices. I have no one to send you. I'm sorry. I have to refuse. I literally don't have anyone to send. I would send someone, but I don't have anyone. Like, I'm very sorry. I might be able to send them later. Like, I might be able to go back here and go to here, and then go to police station and backlog, and I might be able to... Yeah, I can't. That's annoying, but whatever. Oh, wait a second. You called out drunk, fired, came to work drunk, so you're fired from shift B. So you are hired to shift B, and we've increased our quality of officer through that process. That's good stuff. I am kind of afraid to fire certain people, just because if we fire too many people, I don't want them to hold a grudge and then sell me out for working with the mob. But illegal arms sales in the ghetto, we can just send all but one. And we've been helping the Sands, so that's good. The Sands seem to be doing well because we keep sending them stuff and helping them out. Because we definitely, if Vargo wins, we're fucked. Because we picked the Sands, so if Vargo wins after we picked the Sands, we're, like, extremely screwed. Illegal arms sales in the ghetto. We have thousands of points there. I will send you 2, but I'm going to keep Koizumi. Hey, Francis, you cannot... You are not allowed to chew on the microphone cable. It's against the law. It's actually a criminal offense. I'll send these police officers to kill you. They'll shoot you with a gun. Police officers love nothing more than shooting an animal in the head. I think we might have time for these guys to get back. It's gonna be tight, but I think we might have time. We're gonna hope that they can. We're not gonna ask the mafia to sell guns. We're just gonna bring them to the police station. Oh, cool. I ordered a cat toy on the TikTok shop that's going to be here tomorrow. That's awesome. It was supposed to arrive Monday, and it's going to arrive tomorrow instead. We love that. Please, come on. Get home, 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 get home. Oh, this is a problem. We got problems. We got problems. All right. Shit. It's a firefight. We already used our SWAT. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sand needs 1 guy. You can... Wait, no, but this... I have time on this. This is... Yeah, I'm not going to help Ulrich Bieber. I'm not going to have time. Sand, you can have Purdy. You can have Kochi. Former psychiatric patient. That's bad. Harassing people at the mall. There's a killer on the loose. Okay, we're gonna just send 1 officer, and that might be bad. We might lose an officer here. Like, very realistically, we might end up with not enough officers after this. Because there is a very real chance that sending not the full complement of people to a firefight is dumb. And also, sending only 1 person to a 3-person job might also be dumb. Francis, get the fuck down. You're not... I love you, but you can't chew the cables. I know you want my attention. I know. I recognize that you want my attention, but you cannot chew on my microphone equipment. I think we have to shoot the criminals here. It's already a firefight. Improvise ways to smoke them out. Oh, we didn't kill them. And we found cocaine, which we're going to bring to the police station because we don't need them to sell it for us. We're sorry, Ulrich Bieber. I know. I know. Francis, get down! All right, I got to get the spray bottle. All right. Sometimes she doesn't listen. You know, sometimes I tell her that she needs to get down, and I put her down on the ground a bunch of times, and she doesn't seem to give a shit. So sometimes I have to break out the spray bottle. Sorry, Ulrich Bieber. How do we do here? False alarm, swag. That's good news. It means Kazumi is not gonna die. All right, we did good. We helped Sand with all of his shit, and we also won a big firefight. And we got new frames for the hit and run, which actually means we might be able to solve it. Matt, Paul, witness. The dark-colored car. Okay, so a dark-colored car comes tearing around the corner, hopped in the curb, and kept on going. Knocked a man over, didn't even slow down. It seems like we might not have the frames we need, because I don't think red counts as dark-colored. We'll try it, but... yeah, I don't think that... I think we need frames with the black car here. We see he said dark colored car. A few days ago, Dad had a fight at work and with a couple of young people who were causing ruckus at the library. The whole thing came to blows. They threatened him before they left. Got it. So it was 2 people in the car. But like, this is them getting in the car. This is them after they hit him. This is them hitting him, and this is them about to hit him in the intersection. And that doesn't work. Francis, get out of the way. She's just being, like, really difficult right now. She wants attention, which I understand, but, like, it's not just that she wants attention. She's specifically, like, being disruptive on purpose, which she does all the time. So we don't have enough frames for that investigation. So we'll go back to that. Can we allocate more people to this, or are all the detectives already on it? That's huge. We got Beasley working it, which is a big deal because Beasley's our fucking guy. Fun fact, Beasley is our king. We're going to end the day. I think all right, Sands are up 4-2. We're doing a good job here. This is working out. Let me just, I'm getting texts back and forth from the girlfriend, and I just want to make sure that she's not. Yeah, he's leader. We're winning right now. This is big. B-I-G. I also have texts from, okay, cool. Just checking on stuff. I apologize. I'm not paying full attention to chat. Okay. We're going to hit continue. Beasley's going back to A shift, which is where he needs to... wait. Okay, he is going to work tomorrow, so that's a problem. That's actually bad. But whatever. We'll figure that out later. Mai needs rest. So... hopefully he'll come in and be like, hey, I need rest, and then he'll get rest. Like, I'm hoping that that's what happens. Like, that they'll just call out of work. Like, that's what I want them to do, is I want them to call out of work when they need to. And I can move them around and whatever. But, yeah. I was up all night reading this book again. Can I go home and finish reading the book? No, you may not. My daughter is opening an art exhibition at an elite gallery in a nearby city. Yes, you may go. And we got stripes to hand out. Birch seems to want to skip a lot. Who do we want to spike? I think we want to spike... we need to spend more of our spikes on our detectives, but I can't, like... we're going to hold on to this one, because I want to give it to one of our detectives, and I want to give it to one of our shittier detectives to make them better. That works either way, exclamation point. So when are you coming over, question mark?
411 in progress.
Oh, the game has started. City Hall, what do we got? We need... I feel like we need more detectives. Like, our officers... no, we need more officers. We're kind of running out of officers and whatnot at a lot of situations. Suicide threat on a bridge. A taxi driver heard someone screaming and noticed a few people gathering on the edge of the bridge as he was driving towards the port. He stopped to see if anyone needed help, but as he approached, he saw the man was threatening to throw himself off and throw himself and 2 children off the building. Jason left us. I lost my job in the house, and there's no way we'll survive. It's better that everything just ends now. Good officer, okay officer, 2 medium officers. That works. We need to hire female cops. At least half of the police station have to be women within 3 days. That isn't going to work. We have too many men. We have so this is 2 women out of 11. And then we have, oh, this one's very female. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 7 plus 2 out of, I just said 6, 7, apologies. We have 7 out of 8 plus 5 is 13, plus 11 is 24. We do not have enough female officers, but I can't do anything about it because if I can't fire people right now. There aren't even enough officers I could hire. The only, like, there's nothing I could do. I can't succeed at that. I can't make half of our staff female. I would love to, but there aren't enough women applying. Like, it's not that I have a choice. An elderly man speaking of harassment, we wish just reported a break-in. There's someone in my house. They're pounding on the door and marching around downstairs. Hurry. 1, 2, SWAT. I got to keep one person on hand in case Christopher Sand needs me. I hate using SWAT this early in the day as well. Disorderly conduct at the business center. We're going to let this one tick.
Looks like we have a situation here.
It's a husband. I remember this because he said Jason left us. So I'm going to say tell us about the husband. A strong gust of wind almost blows one of the children off the bridge when he recovered at the last moment and stumbled to the ground with a scuffed knee. Look, quit fooling around. These children have already suffered enough. Rush to the aid of the children. Stand back and try not to agitate the man. We're going to go with this one. The man slurs his word. They're saying there's no point in delaying the inevitable. You can't point a gun at a suicide person. We'll do this. Yeah, we'll do that one. I'm actually goated. I'm the best hostage negotiator maybe in the whole world. Oh, good. We have another. Oh, false alarm. Swag. We have no one to do this except Ames. So we'll start Ames on this, and we'll let the other ones finish the other one. Let's see. Oh, we don't know how bad it is yet. We need to get these guys home so that I can send more than one person to this because it looks like a 3-man job, and Grant is not strong enough for a 3-man job on her own. So we'll send, we'll send Stovall and Grant and Samadhi, and then for the Sands, you need 2 people. Hello. We got Birch Jr. and we got Robbins on the way, and we got Nordlander and Vandal ready to go. So it's not like we're screwed. We're not stuck. We don't have every police officer out there unwilling. You know, we're able to handle new calls. Destruction of property. Yeah, we will handle this once we handle the other one. How do we do here? We found cocaine. We're gonna bring it to the police station. We're not selling cocaine. It's not. We're not doing that yet. How's our detectives looking? Actually, kind of fine. This is shift A. I would like to move Mai to shift A so he gets rest. But I don't even know if that works. Whatever. Fuck. It's so frustrating. How's our... Oh, we won't know until later in the day. But our investigation for this one, we have everyone working on. Wait, Ames is working on this one and is the lead detective on this one? I didn't think they could do that, but... What happens if I go like this? Can they all work both cases? Am I an idiot? Okay, that seems bugged, but whatever. I mean, we take those. Nope, I'm hearing they're arriving at the scene. Nope, they're not arriving at the scene. They just got home. What's up with our deputy? We could send some staff for training. We could do a barbecue for $3,500, which seems expensive. We can hire a snitch. We're going to hire Birch Jr. as a snitch, because if he gets found out as a snitch, we'll just kill him. He's the least valuable person on our team. But we should have one snitch on each force. Bank of Freeburg. Whoa! Heist, or hostage situation with a fatal casualty. Bang, 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 bang. We're sending everyone. Because Birch Jr.'s almost back. Yeah, he's fine. All right, cool. So we got Robbins and BJ that we can send as need be. But we're not sending everyone to a fucking hostage situation. That one's gonna. I'm sure that one's gonna have. I'm quite certain that one is gonna have decisions to be made. Yep. Well, fuck it. Everyone's here. Welcome to the shit show. Hopefully we don't get a sand call. We got a sand call. We're fucked. We have 37 seconds, which they might actually be able to make it back in time because they're going to get there at 30 and then, or 29. And then they might actually, if this goes quick, we might be able to get them home. We nailed it. Race back. Race. They're going to make it. It only took them 5 seconds to get halfway there. We're all set. We'll be able to send people to sand. We can't click this early. If we click this early, you have to refuse it. You can't, like, leave it. Because, see this? Like, I can't... Oh, I can close it. I lied. I was wrong. This is that meme. This is the meme of the girl with the fire in the background. A sweet girl named Anna is one of our key assets in a large accounting firm. She got home from work and found her house is on fire, and the assholes who started it are standing around admiring their handiwork. Let's crack some skulls. Let's crack some skulls. Wait, I wonder if can I hire another snitch just on the other side of the... I can't. So I guess it's once per shift. Destruction of property. Okay, we got frames on this, but that doesn't matter. And how many frames do we get here? 2. I think this should be enough. We have this. We have this. And then this, and then this. Or maybe these. Dark-colored car comes tearing around the corner, hopped the curb, and kept going, knocked a man over. We're missing this. We need a black version of this. So we got to go another day on that investigation, which sucks. I mean, it means we're going to get behind on the other one. Water confirmed wet. My brother just sent a text that Jaren Duran is confirmed to be on the trading block. Water is wet. I actually don't think we need to do that much more for the sands right now because he's got 6/2, and I don't know how long it's this whole rigmarole takes. But I'm not really worried about these guys being tired. I just kind of have to eat that. I don't really know what to do about it. It seems I don't understand the mechanics properly. But the game just... I'm going to call it. This is a fun-ass game. I'm having a really good time with it. Like, I'm really, really enjoying it. And we're going to continue to play this probably next stream because Fallout's not fixed yet. I tried to run Fallout today, and it booted, but it immediately crashed the desktop as soon as... It didn't even load the main menu. It immediately crashed the desktop. So we got to wait for the modders to fix their mods for Fallout. But, yeah, we'll get back to it eventually. Here, let's quit the game. And then we'll jump back to just me. Thank you guys so much for hanging out today. I really had a nice time. This was a blasty blast and a half. Yeah, and also for those of you, Ganj Reaper, who subscribed, that's really appreciated. It means a lot. It incentivizes me to keep doing this. I'm probably gonna keep doing it anyway because I like playing video games. But like, it's pretty cool. Like, this was definitely a good time. So thank you guys for hanging out. Let's see if any of our crew are live. I don't think they are, but let's see. Yeah, nobody's live. None of our crew are live. So, all right, we'll just end stream. Thank you guys very much for your time and your attention. And for those of you who contributed financially, thank you as well, like in addition to that. But I will see you guys probably not this weekend because my girlfriend is coming over in 45 minutes and she's staying until Sunday. Like, she's sleeping over 2 nights. So I'll probably just be spending it with her. I'm going to hop in the shower and get ready before she comes over and probably try to clean the apartment a little bit. It's kind of messy. But yeah, I'll see you guys around. Thank you so much.